Roll it back, roll it back.
Roll it back.
We're good?
All right, shall I take it from the top then?
Yeah.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Eric Mingy. I'm here for one last time with Jeff, Josh, Leah, Michelle, and Tom. Together, we are the Velkyn Weave, and we're here to play some Dungeons and Dragons. Thank you all for joining us for our show finale. If this is your first time watching the Games Tavern, hello, and thank you for tuning in. Please follow the Games Tavern on Twitch. It's free and supports the show, the cast, and the crew. In addition to being on Twitch, our shows are uploaded to YouTube, typically 48 hours later. Since this is episode 30 of season 3, you've got a lot of content to go through. There is so much fantastic Dungeons & Dragons action. So you head over to YouTube and catch up on all the shows you may have missed. Tonight is the finale of the Velkyn Weave. I'm so excited for this. Our stalwart heroes are going to face off against the Aboleth Sovereign and possibly save Om and the world. We'll have to find out. But before that, we have a few announcements. What do you have for us tonight, Josh?
Well, remember, if you have Amazon Prime, you also get a free Prime Gaming subscription. And Prime Gaming subscribers support everyone on the show and get access to sub-only emotes and to a special subscriber-only channel on the TGT Discord. So please check it out.
And, we love you, our community. Thank you for joining us for the ride, and thank you for your continued support. We'd like to remind new and returning Tavern regulars that you can support our cast and crew by using our Patreon. Go to patreon.com/thegamestavern, all one word.
This doesn't have to be the end of the journey. You can also follow your own journey, making use of Shard Tabletop. They've been a huge sponsor of this show for a while now, and you can check them out in the link in the table. It's a great place to play 5th edition, and it's fairly easy to pick up. We've picked it up. We make use of it. You can access rules, adventures, supplements, provide digital tools, character builder, digital character sheets, monsters, unique items. All that can be imported or created in the system. And we think so highly of it. We use it. We've been using it. It's our virtual tabletop for not just Velkyn Weave, but also the rest of the Games Tavern. So check it out.
And tonight from D&D Beyond, we'll be giving away a player's handbook and an epic character avatar fantasy starter bundle, plus 3 packs from overheadgame.com. Type !epic once you see the notice in chat that the raffle is live, and you must be a follower in order to enter and must be present in chat for the staff to contact you when you win. And we'll continue to take entries until the end of the stream when we do pick that winner. So be here, stick around.
So when we met last week, the Velkyn Weave faced off against the leadership of the Kawatoa at the City of the Glass Pool after assigning all of their minions in a group that have been starting to call themselves the Velkyn Alliance, who are all the friends and allies that the party has made over the past several years of adventuring in the Elseer Vale, both above and below. The Alliance was laying siege to other parts of the Kuatoan city, freeing the slaves, casting down the various statues, freeing the prisoners, and just countering all the forces that the Kawatoa had to offer. The party snuck in and commando struck the heart of the operation, which was the dome of the Great Glass Pool itself, which was the overseen by the Priest King. Does anyone remember his name? Because God knows I don't.
Dip the ploop.
It turns out he was not the actual danger. The real danger was the statue, which was actually an avatar of Blip-the-Pulp, the Sea Mother, the goddess of the Kuatoa. The party was able to destroy it and get enough victory points that would cause the entire city to collapse. And now they have control of the City of the Glass Pool, which is where we're going to pick up in the aftermath. And we will start with everybody's favorite thing, treasure. There is enough treasure, enough wealth in this city to crater the economy of any one nation in the Forgotten Realms. pick a nation and you can drive it in and just spike inflation and drive that economy into the ground. It'll be like Spain at the height of the age of discovery. So you may want to be a little bit circumspect about how you divvy up all that wealth. And also there were a number of magic items. And I would like to find out from you all which magic items you have each claimed. Also, I have a little bit more information. Those 2 iron flasks that you found in the week 2 weeks ago in the Pit Fiend's treasure. I have more information for them. One is they are sealed by divine will and cannot be opened at this time.
Whose divine will?
Yeah, who's?
It did not come with a barcode to scan.
It's probably
Don't open
Bashaba.
those.
It sounds like a
Ever.
Bashaba thing.
The
We
other
never
one,
open those.
they are negatively charged to each other. So kind of like magnets, they will repel against each other. Which means that the same person cannot carry both items. Also, they count as a non-dimensional space, which will work the same way as a bag of holding if it goes into a portable hole. So if you try to put one of these into one of your non-dimensional space baggies, be prepared for explosions.
So we give those to the 2 people who don't have interdimensional spaces, right?
Yeah, that might be wise. Either that or just tuck it in your hip pocket or in a bandolier, wherever
That
you want.
seems safe.
So
I'm
I guess
Curious to have one of those.
I
was going to
absolutely
start
think
with
you
the
should
top.
have one.
Yeah.
So who would like a iron flask? I see a Delirious. Did you want the other one, Quentin, or do you want Rangram's hand is kind of...
Rangram, it's yours for the taking if you want it.
Okay. I'll hold it.
Don't
Okay.
drop it.
I attach it to my arm. Chink.
It just sticks right. It's like magnetized. Bang! Clicks right on. It's like one of those magnets on the back of the new Apple magnets.
Oh, gee.
Bam! Oh, it didn't work. Bam! There we go. Come on, you. Ah,
Just
there
like
we are.
this, Paul.
Once it's on, it's pretty tight, though.
I feel like that was
I
a
don't know if
perfect
you
Used
see
to
it.
example.
be
Get it
putting
off.
magnets on computer circuitry was bad. Bad.
I remember that from the old Justice League cartoon, where that's how Batman defeated a supercomputer as he fired a bat magnet at the side of it. And
It's almost
That's
like
what is
it's
this
almost like
world?
computers don't use magnets anymore in them.
So 1990s.
So, Rangram, what treasure did you claim from the pile?
Ooh, where's that list? There's a list.
By the way, for those who have not seen, the list is kind of like one of those old scrolls that bounce on the floor and then keeps going a little bit.
Rangram took a ring of protection, the flawless emerald as the majority of the rest of the loot. That, the money stuff. It doesn't get. It's just like emerald.
Money will happen.
A potion of invisibility and one of the potions of superior healing.
Alrighty.
Good call.
Delirious.
I just took the staff of healing.
Solid call. Quentin.
Quentin is replacing the shield that got broken by the Shadow Dragon. So shield +2, he's upgrading to a short sword +3, and that wand of viscid globs looked pretty interesting. So he's going
Oh, yeah.
attune to that.
Globs. Oh.
I think you have some deep history with that. Deep lore.
He grabs a potion and scroll as well.
Okay.
Potion of Hill Giant Strength if nobody else slaps his hand away, and the scroll of protection from evil and good.
Stagander.
Stagander takes the studded leather +3, straps that bad boy back on because I missed having armor there for a second. And more of one of those, like, there was the piece of art that is the Illustri from the Illustri temple. I had it a second ago. Where did it go?
If you don't, I got it written down here.
Cool.
Is this the Drow House Pendant of House
Yes.
Starsong, crafted of gold and silver and bearing 5? Fine, not find. fine, deep blue spinels.
Yep.
Gorgeous.
It's more one of those things where it's like she points at it as like I'm coming back for that.
Okay.
I'm not taking it now.
Only a
but
little. It's
I'm-
just a house icon that they always wear.
It's
Nice.
oh okay. So it's like
It's a badge.
a badge, not a like a. I read like pennant and I thought it was like a banner of some sort.
Oh,
I'll just tuck
pendant,
that-
not a pennant.
Oh, did my dyslexia
Pendant.
get the best of me?
Did I? Yeah. I did write that one right. I'm 50-50 on my spelling
been-
sometimes,
it's been
especially
known
when
to
I'm going
happen.
fast.
You should have a
Oh yeah,
banner.
Drow for whatever reason love their house insignias, and they always have them on themselves somewhere.
Okay.
Just a
Yeah,
traditional thing.
she'll probably like tuck it up into her jacket and pin it on. Since
Most
she
of them
found
have
out
a
that's,
minor, they're basically common magic items, and have the if we don't want it to be found, it won't be found property.
okay.
It's kind of like being painted with go away green at Disney World. Your eyes just go right off of it.
Go away, great.
All right. Oh, it's true. That green that they paint all the electrical boxes stuff is called go away
Oh.
green.
Nice.
And it's design tested
Hmm.
that you just kind of don't look at it.
That's so
That's
interesting.
hilarious.
Little
And
perception.
if no one is gonna take the other superior healing potion, I will snag that
Oh.
just in case emergency
All right.
healing
But
potion.
anything else? If not, going to Bope.
Yeah, I think I bequeath Bope Jr. his first magical item. Give him one of those rings of protection.
I'm so happy. Thank you, sir.
Well, you're welcome. You're gonna need it.
I will. I know I'm first up against the wall when the revolution comes.
And then I take the remaining scrolls, which included scroll of fly, globe of invulnerability, greater invisibility, lightning bolt, Melf's minute meteors, polymorph, protection from good and evil. Quentin has that one. Slow, scroll, stone skin, suggestion, and wall of iron, which I think is like wall of stone.
Yeah, we're gonna go with Wall of Stone.
Yeah.
This is the dangers about one, your DM learning how to play on second edition, and two, this being a second edition adventure. Sometimes I don't catch.
Yeah, I was
Something
reading
has
the text
been,
for Wall of Iron. It was hilarious. Anyway, Google that. And then I'm going to, you said there was like 80,000 gold worth of gems. I look for as many diamonds worth 1,000 gold at least, and just try to chunk those away for later.
All right, roll me a d10.
All right. Where's my D10? That's always the hardest one to find. I got 3.
3, you find 3.
Hey.
Delirious, can you roll me a d20?
Yes. Man.
With advantage.
18.
18, you find 18 500 gold piece diamonds
Nice.
inside that 80,000.
Whew.
Which is a great segue to the next segment, which is the raising of the dead. So the Velkyn Alliance took some losses.
Oh yeah.
Both the Barbarian from
Ooh.
the sidekicks and Imrastal the Red
Oh. Well, we definitely have to raise Emerstall.
were slain
Yeah.
in the fighting.
And
That's gonna
Archons.
happen.
Yeah, Archons passed and Imrastal the Red. There were several dozen elves and 10 or so dwarves from the Hammersmith clan. The giants were all damaged, but none of them died. Some of the gnomes died, but they're really cagey about giving you numbers. And Carmenarian says, "We'll take care of it." Being all secretive and type like the Sirf Niblin are prone to do.
Yeah, that's sorry.
That's
And
what
a
a
good
Snurf
number of the Gloamings passed, but they don't want to be raised because it would ruin a great story.
Yeah, all right.
Interesting.
They're so badass.
And the Myconoids are just
Complicated.
animating their dead and going to keep going.
It's
Don't worry about it. It's
Mushrooms
nothing.
A mushroom.
but an annoyance.
What is it? What is it that he said? Reuse, recycle,
Reanimate.
Yep,
reanimate.
You can't
The,
kill that which is already dead.
The stone giant, the captive stone giants who've been transformed into Fomorians are going to need some high-level spells to free
Oh
them.
yeah.
If Delirious has any extra this day, that would go a long way. Otherwise, Tredora is going to start helping.
I can
And she also has enough raises. She's a pretty high-level cleric.
This is before we rest.
Before you rest.
Can you ritual cast that, Delirious?
If
Ritual
not,
cast.
we will we'll get as many as we can because the rest will keep. That's what gentle repose is for, Tredora says.
No kidding. What was the? I do have one 7th level spell slot, so I can cast. I forget what we need for the Fomorians.
Regeneration?
I
Greater
have a
restoration and
regenerate.
Greater restoration and then regeneration, right? In that order?
I think so, yeah.
As long as you said that you will be taking care of it, I'm inclined
Yeah,
to say yes,
I think I
and we
can.
will hand
Yeah.
wave it for narrative.
Excellent.
I won't be able to raise anybody, but I think
But,
you said that Trudor was going to take care of that.
Tredora will take care of it. You have several high-level clerics with you. Tredora, yourself, Carmen Aaron, one of the dwarves is a cleric, and I believe there was a druid amongst the Starsong elves,
Yes,
and also one of the stone giants is a cleric.
Mm-hmm.
that's right.
And
I would
however,
offer her assistance. But
they
I can only
are
heal them if
encouraging
they
you
died
that you need
within
to
a
press
minute.
on towards the citadel, which was named in the notes left for you by Nope as Great Shaboth. Shaboth. Great Shaboth. And it is in the built underneath the sunless sea, which is you reach by going down the passageway on the far side of the Sea of the Glass Pools, which is now open for you. So if you want, you have the opportunity for a long rest, recover all your hit points, recover all your spells, and prepare for the next day.
I'm exhausted. I
Yeah,
need
I
a
think we
nap.
need to rest.
I'll work with some of the other teams that are still up and not so magically inclined to help with that to set up a watch on that pathway. We would not want anything to sneak in or on us while we rest.
Yeah, what's
Boy,
happening
boy,
with
boss.
what's happening with all the Kuatoa we didn't kill? Do they just flee into the Underdark?
They fled into the
Madness.
Underdark. They particularly liked fleeing back down the passageway to the Sunless Sea.
Okay.
So we get to fight more. Yay.
The Hammerfist dwarves are quite good at doing what you wanted to do, Rangram. They love keeping watch.
Stigander will probably also help keep watch because she doesn't know what to do now.
There's a big argument over which dwarf gets to be the last one to hold the passageway while the rest of them flee to safety. It seems to be what dwarves like doing.
Lead to safety? Whoa. We
Oh,
don't
yeah.
talk about that.
Oh no, I won't get into that, boss. Right. Where is Snagga? He's around here somewhere. They'll
Well,
keep the watch for
sorry.
you. You do not have to worry about being jumped for tonight. There are plenty of allies around you to keep you safe. So in the interest of time, we'll move forward to what sort of preparations would you like to make for your assault on the city of Great Shaboth? On the morrow, I believe there will be, I kind of want to know, would there aids coming again? Will there be a hero's feast? Anything else I should be aware of?
So we are expecting to be able to get there relatively quickly, like within a few hours.
It seems to be a 2-hour walk.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That
yeah,
is
I'm gonna do Hero's Feast for everybody. Let me go ahead and roll that now.
Then you have to cross the sea, which large lake might be a better term for it than sea, but the Sunless Lake doesn't have the same ring as the Sunless Sea. And Dableth like their consonants.
Yes.
That's 12 hit points for everybody.
Ooh. Nice.
From Hero's Feast, and then I'm gonna do aid at 3rd on Bope, Quentin, and Raingrim. Yep.
Hey,
So that's 10 and another 10.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, can you coordinate with the other casters and get us all water breathing so we don't drown right before
absolutely.
the final battle?
I ritually cast water breathing, and actually,
How long does that last?
24 hours.
Nice.
Yeah.
As long as this delicious stew. Thanks, Delirious.
Your allies will have to do that as well, because they will provide their own water breathing, because the Citadel is underwater.
Oh.
Oh.
Myconids breathe?
No. I don't think so. I'd have to go look that up.
They probably do. Mushrooms breathe.
I think they do, yeah, because that's what those gills are for underneath. Is that's where their intake of oxygen goes.
Yeah, it doesn't
IRL
say anything
druid.
about they don't breathe. So they breathe carbon dioxide. Since in plants.
Nice.
They're not plants.
They're a fungus.
They're close
What do
enough.
fungus breathe? What do they breathe? Whatever fungi do.
Air. Breathe air.
I
Super
actually
familiar
think they
with
do need, they
fungus
breathe
biology.
in some way, because you don't have fungi growing in water. Not like mushrooms.
They will also be taken care of. But that's actually another great segue as to, from the notes, you have found out that you will need to counter 4 towers built around the periphery of the great central tower that holds the Godshield. Each of those towers is associated with one school of magic: abjuration, illusion, enchantment, and transmutation. To destroy a facet, they have to be targeted with magic from the opposing school. And abjuration would be countered by conjuration. Divination would be countered by illusion. Evocation is opposed by transmutation. And necromancy opposed enchantment. So if that was all a lot, you basically need to have casters be able to cast conjuration, divination, evocation, necromancy. This will take down the periphery and will open up the Godshield for you to enter and destroy from the inside. However, the notes warn that entering the Godshield is essentially a one-way trip. You either need to break it or you won't be able to get out.
Well,
Path is clear.
Oh, tell us.
Encouraging.
So, but it can only be destroyed from the inside.
Naturally.
Naturally. So you have, strangely enough, 8 groups, 8 groups of factions in the Velkyn Alliance.
So, split
So I
off
believe you all have
two
been working
groups.
out how you want to deploy your forces, as it were. Stagander, you gonna take the lead on that one?
Yes. So I've got here, Bope. Tell us about our abjuration team. Who do we got?
Well, I've put together my brethren, my adopted family, the Schnurfneblin, because of their strong conjuration roots. Remember how they used those earth elementals to great effect much earlier, as well as the Starsong elves, because of their ability to summon powers of the earth and forest as well. So I believe it will go swimmingly. Ha ha ha.
All right, Quentin, you are heading up our illusion group. Who do we have?
Well, I talk with the Brindle veterans, the Lions, and Tridora Goldenbow, who doesn't really like me, but times are tough, and the Stone Giants. And they've got a lot of divination magic between them. The Stone Giants rolling bones and their runes. And they're going to channel that through Tredora Goldenbow. And I see these illusions maybe manifesting as the fears of the people that are being confronted. So they're literally having to like fight these things to defeat it. And a fight wouldn't be a fight without a little song. So the Lions of Brindle, break into to verse while they're doing this. The Lions of Brindle are no recluse, lions on the loose. See our magic, feel our roar, lions on the loose. They really get into it.
Oh man, I was ready to go. Lions on the loose. Lions on the loose.
Roar.
All right. Quentin, please get some inspiration from that.
Thank you.
As a fate die falls into your hands, because the DM loves music.
It's the truth.
It's true.
Rangrim, our enchantment team, who do we have and what are they doing?
In the necromancy?
It's the enchantment facet.
Yes.
But yeah.
So obviously, of course, we bring the myconids with their necromantic spores that they have shown, and in fact, several of their own are already being powered by. But then there came the question of who to pair with them, and after some discussions with them, the Gloamings let me know of a little secret. While they long tell the tale of the great heroes, they also have the knowledge of and the energy from those who failed, those who never did, those who never could. And they're able to harness that negative energy to throw it at that wall.
Very cool. Very cool. And Doliris, transmutation. Who is our team?
So a newly raised Emberstall the Red has no time to rest. He goes immediately with the B team as escort to the appropriate tower. And first, he levitates the pillar high into the air, and he shrinks it down small, and it crashes to the ground and explodes in stony splinters.
He's been holding back.
Startled
All right.
surprise from Eric. It's like
Speechless.
didn't know how to. Yeah, you rendered Eric's.
Those are all
yeah.
transmutation spells: levitate and shrink.
They
Or
are. Well
large
done.
reduce. Yeah.
Woo!
All right. Doliris also gain inspiration, or do you have it already?
No, I spent it last time.
All right, regain it for this
Ineffectual.
one. Is all four of us, correct?
Yes.
That's all.
All right.
All 4 facets.
With your plan in place, and I will agree, those will all handle each of the periphery towers and facets, opening up the Godshield. You're ready to head forth. Is there any further preparations, or is the Velkyn Alliance ready to, with the Velkyn Weave leading the way, prepared to head down to the Sunless Sea?
I believe we are ready.
I do have something to cast right before we expect to start our assault, but for the travel, no, I've already cast my long-lasting things.
Maybe some really quick inspirational words. We do this for the Elser Vale, for all those who were kidnapped, for all those who died. We cannot accept defeat. Victory is the only outcome.
Victory or death!
For
dear.
Faerun.
Oh, well, the dwarves are like, victory or death! Victory or death! And the myconoids are like, what?
what is death?
Cake or death, please.
Oh,
Cake or
did you
death.
say so, little dude? That's what you want. And the surf everyone's like, there's always getting the hell out of here.
Get the hell out of Dodge.
Here I am. There's a GTFO plan. That is a gnome birthright. But they are all, but you rouse the spirits of the troops and you head down. The passageway has been walked by so many feet over the years that is worn smooth. So instead of you're able to make pretty good time because you're not climbing up and down cliffs and small ledges and twisting turns. No, this is like a very gentle 4-lane highway down from the City of the Glass Pool to the Sunless Sea. Along the way, you are passing by evidence of abandoned patrol posts and discarded equipment, as if everything was pretty much just thrown down and left on the spot, as anybody guarding it has decided they had somewhere else they needed to be very quickly.
Better part of valor.
Mm-hmm.
But as you go, you feel that strange tingling again, Delaris. And that humming in the distance. And you feel a wave of energy, of abjuration energy washing up over you as it goes out in concentric rings as the Godshield activates.
No, we'll take care of that.
But it's a little bit different this time. Instead of being quite so spiky, it looks like it feels at a lower power, as if they want it to last longer. So instead of just completely blocking spells, divine spells, you will need to make a caster ability check for you, Wisdom, to cast a spell. The DC is 20 plus the level of the spell.
I will fail every time.
I have faith in you.
No, that's a guarantee.
Stagander, you have similar problems. And your patron as well, for you, Quentin, is muffled. You will need to make however, it's going to be your attribute. So for you, charisma, Quentin. Stagander, are you keyed to wisdom as a ranger?
Yeah.
It would be wisdom as well.
Okay. Ooh, yeah, I'm not casting anything.
Shortly thereafter, you reach the shores of the Sunless Sea, which is a dark lake deep beneath the earth, which extends as far as you can see into the darkness, which for you guys is very far because you have all the super dark vision. You can see stalagmites dipping down from the ceiling to touch the surface of the lake in the distance. And on the shore, you see many boats left behind by the Kuatoa. If Blanche is with you, and she is, because she's not going to stay up there at the city by herself, that seems dangerous. She'll tell you those are the boats that were used to take the sacrifices to the city, to the citadel of Great Shabouth. The Kuatoa have little need of boats, being the Kuatoa. It seems with the collapse of the city, the Kuatoa also found they had no need to keep them, and so have fled. There are 26 of them. And across the sea, off in the distance, you can see an indistinct orange and green light coming from underwater. It must be miles away, but it shines brightly enough that you can see it this far.
Source of the Godshield, maybe.
Our target.
And lastly, you feel, looking to feel that light, a bit of the dread is starting to creep back up from the last time you ran into the Aboleth. And the shore of the Sunless Sea has a dread level of 1. You have the Hero's Feast up.
It was some mighty fine stew.
It was delicious and healthy.
Fortifies the soul, as it were.
Only we had some beer to go with it, but
You mean you don't have beer on you? Are you really a dwarf?
He's much too big for a dwarf.
you know how much beer I would have to carry around? Like an entire wagon.
If we get out of this, we'll find you a
So,
magic item.
how do you want to get across the sea to Great Shabouth?
How far away are those boats from where we're at? And the
Within an
alliance?
easy walk. They're spread out all over the shoreline, so they're all within several hundred yards. Seems the Kawatoa parked them or beached them right at the bottom of where the wide mouth of the tunnel opens up. There's a gravel beach, nothing sand here. It's all gravel, and they have just pulled them up onto the shore. They seem to be some sort of wide catamaran-looking things.
Anyone actually able to man them?
Well,
I'm
if
sure
anyone
Stingander
has,
knows. Stingander knows everything.
tools, water, whatever
It
it
is
is,
known.
water transport,
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
they would know exactly how to do it. Otherwise, you will just be doing it without proficiency bonuses and relying on your raw, probably, I don't know, whatever attribute you feel is appropriate for paddling a canoe.
Well, I mean, the stone giants are going to fit in it, and they're coming with us, right? Everyone's here.
Mhm.
They are they one of your 8?
Yes, they are part of the
Mm.
divination. Wait, go along the bottom then?
They could go along the bottom, but they also they have their cleric, and they knew that water was going to be involved. So they were going to do water walking.
Ooh,
Beautiful.
Classy.
Mhm.
it is.
All right.
Ships and water walking then.
I mean,
Mad a boat.
yeah,
The
we
elves
can
have
get
no
them.
problem steering the boats. They are very good at such things.
At steering, you said?
Paddling boats, elves they know exactly how to work those canoes.
Well, we
Heck
can
yeah.
spread out. We can spread out those that know what they're doing, and then have others.
Boat captains.
Yeah, have others help out or join those boats.
Okay.
A brute force of boat. It's fine.
Flotilla.
You have enough elves to be able to pull this off. Now, how are the 5 of you getting across? Are you spreading out as well, or are you taking one boat?
I figure we should stay together.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Just take a boat.
Will all of us fit in one boat?
Oh yeah, these are big boats.
Yeah,
Okay.
catamaran.
It's
I don't know what that
double.
is.
It's a
Yeah,
double
neither
hold.
do I.
It's a double hold, or even sometimes triple. But Waterworld, Kevin Costner.
Yes, with the
Oh.
pontoon.
Yes.
Okay.
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 Also-
I love that
also
movie. It's a great
Moana.
movie.
Moana. But
I put
and so
the
they don't have any sails. There's no point to it here.
Yeah, not a whole lot of wind, I imagine.
so I will take up the manning of the Oz on this boat.
hood of the cloak of the manta ray up,
Mm.
preparing for a swim.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shouldn't
And
have done
Stigander probably
backwards.
like pushes off and swims a little bit before climbing on board.
Splish, 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 and your fleet launches into the sunless sea. 20 some odd catamarans leaving the shore, laden with your invasion force of all the friends and allies you've made along the way. It's going to take about an hour to get across the sunless sea to the point of that light that constantly gets brighter and brighter and brighter as you approach.
How much of a sunless sea when there's a sun down here?
Yeah, it's
But
not
that's the point. It's the
exactly-
sunless.
Not exactly illuminating. Still, everything is very dim. Because after an hour of travel across the darkened sunless sea, you reach the point on the surface above the Eldritch Citadel below you that is illuminated in faded orange and green light. The Citadel is predominantly composed of 5 great towers that look like they're made from drip sand. You ever had take the bit where you hold the sand up at the beach and let it
Yes.
drip down? That is kind of the way these citadels look like.
A neat effect.
But it's also decorated with alien flourishes. The 4 smaller towers are set around the great central tower in an off-center polygon that is almost, but not quite, a rhombus.
The rhombus of infinite subjugation.
Yeah, something like exactly. Magical energy flows from the bottom of the smaller towers through channels cut in the sea wall floor in irregular waves to the great central tower. Twisting avenues for the Aboleth and their Chol and scum services work their way through the bottom of the citadel. Their strange architecture is dotted with round portals sealed with mucus that lead to the layers of the aberrations. The dread is even greater here. It's like a weight on your back. So if you would all kindly, if you want, we do have a picture of what the Aboleth city looks like. It is Scene Setter 2.
Nice.
I'm not ready.
Cool.
Ooh, man, 1980s art. Love it.
It's great.
And also the level of dread has increased to 2, so you're able to feel it weight through the Hero's Feast, which negated the first level. This does mean that all ability checks are now at disadvantage.
Ugh. That's so steep.
Oh, if only, Delirious, if only you could enhance somebody's ability to negate that effect.
I mean, I switched that spell out finally.
After 3 years?
It's a concentration anyway. Like, I have too many concentration spells.
Oh, okay.
Don't
Taking too many
transform
spell
into a
slots to
troll at some
give it to
point.
everybody.
That scroll of polymorph was well used.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough. Carry on.
So now that
So
we're
you're,
over it, is this where we jump in?
You are, yes, your allies are now distributing themselves among the other 4 towers. Using divination magic, they're able to detect which tower is which. And you watch as the various groups are starting to submerge and go down to attack their tower. When you are ready, you may also step into the darkened water and sink down, down, down to great Shabouth below you.
All right.
Ready?
Well,
Ladies
Are
and
you-
gentlemen.
Are
one
you
last
oiled
ride.
up, Rangram?
Oh, yes. Oil him. Somebody.
Oh,
Oil him up.
Pope chooses to oil me, eh?
Oh, you had an hour in the boat, and he's not very good at paddling.
Boat Junior helps
Pope-
out. We stand on
Pope
shoulders.
oils up Rangram with oil of armoring.
That is,
Or he?
as opposed to some sort of strange massage, it is mostly just oiling his armor because it's fortifying that.
I have
Really
a
lacquered up.
question,
Uh-oh.
a technical question, because I'm a ranger and we're about to go underwater,
Mhm.
and I can't use my bow. Can I wield Vrot?
Yes.
Okay. Just asking, because I'm gonna be so useless.
Well, here's your first question for you. As you head down, do you want to try to avoid patrols and go through stealthily, or are you going to go with the most direct route to the Godshield? Because there are abolithic patrols and scum and Chol moving through the Citadel. For the interest of time, we're going to use the attrition mechanic,
Mhm.
which is I will assume that you are victorious over the random encounter, over the patrol, but you have to pick one of the side effects from the chart, which is either damage, spend some spells, or use an ability. But if you try to stealth, you can avoid all that.
I
We're
don't
very
mind trying
sneaky.
Yeah, I could also I could do pass without a trace.
Oh, yes. Would you like to try to cast Pass Without a Trace?
I can try it.
Nice.
What is your level?
Pass without a trace is 2nd level.
All right, so you need a 22.
Jeez.
Oh, I should mention, Delirious, one thing you've noticed is that your attunement to the Book of Exalted Deeds gives you advantage on this check.
Oh,
And what's
Okay.
the
Oh,
what's
Yeah.
the bonus that they
That
get?
really turned around.
it depends on
Just your wisdom
our-
score, right?
Is it pure
It's your
wisdom?
wisdom score.
No caster levels.
Nope.
Yikes!
Yeah, indeed.
Yikes!
Yikes.
I gotta
indeed.
pass at least a 10 to cast
Yeah.
anything, and that's just not gonna happen with me.
I was hoping I was gonna give it the benefit of the doubt and hopefully I would roll well. I literally, in order to cast a spell, would need to nat 20. So
Even worse, it's an ability check,
So it
and the
takes
dread is
disadvantage.
thick here.
No.
I was really afraid of that.
yeah,
You are unable to draw upon the power of nature to cast Pass Without a Trace.
but I don't expend the
I-
spell slot, right? It's just like it's
Oh,
not like
yeah.
this. It is expended.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll mark it down.
Do we want me to
Don't
give it
worry.
a shot? Or
You're
do
not
we
going to
just
need
wanna-
them, Stigander.
Do we want me to give it a shot with that, or do we just want to?
Y'all are
Cut our
fair.
losses.
Rangrim's seen everyone sees Stigander struggle, sees Delirius's discomfort as well, and I know I'm usually the loud one. I've got a solution. Don't worry. He takes out that potion of invisibility. See, I'll be all right. The rest of you're much more sneakier than I am.
That's true. In fact, I could make some more of us invisible if you'd like.
Sure.
Did you already drink it, Rangrim?
Not yet.
Okay. Potion is
I
in his
think-
hand, ready to go. An empty
think-
potion vial.
The reason that I was
Yeah.
willing to, the reason why I was willing to give up potentially this spell is because I don't draw on my spells very often. I think it is important for you and Delirious being more spellcasters to preserve your spells for as long as you have them.
Okay. So we'll try to be stealthy just without magical assistance.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
Okay. So, Rangram, perhaps you should take that potion.
Oh. Yes.
I
Go
can, unless, wait, no, you're pretty stealthy. I mean, I can just use a second level spell slot and get one more person who doesn't feel stealthy. Delirious, would you like some assistance?
Actually, yeah. Oh, because I still have my blessing to give out. So I wonder who has the lowest stealth modifier. I'm at a +8.
Whoa.
Is anyone
Okay,
lower
I
than
guess
that?
that's me. I'm at a +3.
Oh yeah. There you go, Bope.
Oh,
Should
thank
skill
you.
fail you, Timor's grace shall yet see you.
So that cancels out the
victory.
disadvantage.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Are we trying for stealth then? Group stealth track?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Real quick, one last thing. Looking at the water. Look at this, Stigander. Looking at the water. Looking at her. Do you want another weapon?
I mean, I have a short sword that I got from the Star Song Elves a while ago.
You want a
granted it-
magical weapon? Or is it
That's
magic?
probably no, it's just regular. I didn't even think. I don't know why I didn't think we'd be fighting underwater. It being underwater.
Rangrim, just pack and pulls out a warhammer. I have a warhammer.
I rolled a 20 and a 2. Jesus Christ.
It's like Stigander goes to take it and it immediately falls into her hands. She's not strong at all.
Well, there were two
It's a little
short
one.
swords
Yeah.
+3.
Yeah, I will take one of those.
Oh yeah, those.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I believe one got claimed, right, Quentin?
Indeed.
I think he took one. I'll
And
take
there
that.
is a trident +3
Oh,
too.
that's right. That is usable underwater, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. I don't
Well,
even
what
know
about-
what is a
Piercing
trident
weapons
do?
are not at disadvantage. Are not at
What about those
disadvantage
javelins
in doing
of lightning? You have those javelins, Stigander.
I do. They're
Can you
in my
use them?
pack. Yes, totally use the javelin of lightning underwater. That sounds like a great idea.
But you
Fish
lived
fry.
in school.
So it looks like a trident is the same as a
Yeah.
short spear, except that
Yep.
it has versatile.
Can be
I-
thrown on.
Which means it kicks up the die damage by 1, right,
Yep,
Jeff?
goes from a D6 to a D8 if you wield it with 2
Oh.
hands.
Oh, that's not what I saw.
Mm. And then you get
Oh.
that sweet +3 thrown onto it.
Heck yeah.
I have a very small rant about 5th edition taking away a lot of the fun of choosing different weapons.
Yeah,
You and I must go have beer and rant at each other about all of fun being sucked out of games.
The other thing is they took animal companions away from druids, and that was a class feature and a best friend, and I will die salty about it.
What was the versatile? Every time I pull it up, I can't find the versatile. It's what is it? A D8?
If you use both hands.
it basically in one hand it's a D6, in two
Yeah.
hands the trident is a D8. So
Okay.
like other weapons are like D8s that become D10s. So
Yeah, like because I know that about long swords. I was just double checking because when I kept pulling it up, it kept saying D6. I didn't see the versatile.
Yep.
All right,
yeah, it's
I will
right
take-
after the throne.
I think the trident works
Uh,
for you. Quite the striking pose.
It
I
really
could.
does.
I'm going to take a trident. I think.
Queen of the deep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, Aqua Queen.
And Rot can will she be okay underwater?
Of course.
She doesn't breathe. She
I am
uses a sword.
stainless steel.
I was
Stainless
just
steel.
asking because you're like a floating sword, so I was just double
Oh, I
checking.
can, my movement will be halved, yes. Also, if I will be at disadvantage to strike because slashing and not piercing.
Okay, well then I'll just hold you the majority of the time because
Sure.
swim speed.
No, not worry. My color commentary will be here regardless.
Okay.
Delightful.
I know
That's
the
really what
important
we
part.
need.
Mhm.
All right.
I'm watching you, Veronian over there. Do not think I do not know.
Who? What?
The Veronian.
The Veronian?
He knows who I'm talking about. Do not worry.
Oh, I know what you're talking. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Somebody is.
That makes one of you, two of you.
And the important people, 2 of us.
Oh,
All right, we
gosh.
have weapons situation all sorted out, yes?
Yes.
Let us make with the jumping.
Stigander jumps in.
All right. Are you going to try
Geronimo.
to sneak past the patrols to get to the... Are you drinking it? Are you... Ranger?
We're
gonna-
gonna
Can't tell.
we're gonna try.
Any moment.
I think we're gonna attempt it.
Glug glug.
Rangram gets an automatic success.
Ooh.
I had a
So you
19.
just-
Excellent. We
It's
fucking
funny
need
because
it.
it's this missile of armor just going just dispersed water.
It's just this
Depth
cavitation.
charge.
But you can
Uh,
only feel the dispersed water, not see it. It's very potent magic. That's a potent, powerful item.
Nice. Bope got a 17.
19.
Uh-oh.
21.
Correct.
Advantage stole a 20 from me and gave me a 2. So
Uh-oh.
I have 10.
Unfortunately, they noticed the missile of displaced water going down,
I thought they
and
might.
shall swarm towards you. So I need you to pick from the attrition chart. It's kind of like the Wheel of Misfortune.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is this?
You can either
Mhm.
take 35 points of damage.
Each
Each of you get to pick one. Or you can
35
spend-
points.
Sorry, 35 damage.
Oh, it's in the Discord.
It's in the
if there's
Discord.
any.
Or you can spend 4 spell slots, or you may spend a limited class ability, like
boy.
Bardic Inspiration or a Rage or a Divine Channel.
Ooh, I'm doing that.
I'd take exhaustion.
You're gonna take one level of exhaustion.
No.
What?
No.
I
All
do.
right. Are you sure? Because that's
No.
the dread.
I do.
Okay, you are now at
Uh-oh.
50%
Duh.
movement.
Does he know there's more levels of dread coming?
Uh,
What?
I believe in you, Rangram. You know what you're doing.
Oh,
I will certainly expend some spell slots because there's no way I'm going to need them all, right?
Sure. I mean, you got
But
countless.
4?
No,
I'm
it's
just thinking
4
that 4
levels
is
worth.
hideous to do in one battle. Like I so rarely do 4 spells in
It's
one battle.
4
sometimes.
levels worth. So
4
I can
levels.
do 2
So it's either
second
1 4th
levels.
level spell or 4 first level spells.
Oh,
Is this each person
Oh.
chooses one of these?
Each person
Yeah.
chooses one.
All right, I'll do
Or
one
you
of the
can take
spells.
35 points of damage.
I don't think I would take 35 points of damage. If I
I'm gonna use one of my channel divinities.
Every time you hit one, they explode for 35 points of damage. There you go.
Sorry.
yeah. I took
That makes
an
a very
expend-
cute popping sound too. It sounds like a lobster being broken.
Well, okay.
I did one of
All
the
right. And with that-
limited abilities.
You reach your descent in the depths has been fruitful. As you reach the base of the great underwater tower, it's seemingly made entirely out of adamantine. Its eerie
course.
walls are smooth and contoured, and there are many niches set with statuettes, urns, and vases. It's all strangely beautiful, but sinister and foreboding. At the base of the tower is a round oval portal that looks eerily like the mouth of a giant fish. It is sealed shut by a field of energy, but you can't see anything through it. The other towers are not down yet, and their energy is blocking this portal. Yes, Deliris.
Are the vases and statuettes also made of adamantine?
No,
Oh.
they seem to be carved coral.
Oh.
Neat.
I'll revisit
So-
that later.
Oh, they're all objects of art. The Aboleth like decorating their engines of mass destruction.
They're just like little decorated crabs, aren't they?
They do have that tendency.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Just put like clumps of coral on and seaweed on their backs to be like, I'm pretty.
All right. As you, with little choice, because you have to wait for the other teams to do their thing, I'm going to need you to roll a random encounter check while you wait. I'll start with Rangram. Please roll a d6.
5.
5. Unfortunately, that hits a random encounter. Do you want to try to hide from the random encounter or engage it again?
Hide.
Okay, go ahead and make me a stealth check. You are still hidden, Rangram, from your invisibility. How long does that last, by the way?
1 hour.
1 hour? Oh, heavens. You are an auto success through all of this.
Am I still blessed by Timora?
Yes. Yes.
19.
23.
Ooh, 24.
Got 17 again.
You are successful this time as a group of an Aboleth leads a group of 8 Shoal and 10 scum towards one of the other. Actually, let's find out which one it is.
No.
Degander,
Yeah.
roll me a d4.
No.
You shall decide.
I don't want to. It's a 3.
Enchantment. Who's at the enchantment tower?
That's the Gloamines and the
Those are,
Myconins.
yeah.
Oh, they're gonna.
They have had the most success, and the enchantment tower goes down.
Ooh.
All right, Deliris, can you roll me a d6? As another patrol, let's see if another patrol comes by.
2.
Another patrol comes by.
Hide.
Please make me a stealth check. Rangram automatically succeeds.
Oh God.
Crap. I got really excited because I saw a nat 20.
But disadvantage.
24?
Yeah, I know.
10.
7.
Uh-oh. They have noticed you, and they come swimming over. Please pick from the attrition list.
Exhaustion.
Again?
What?
Okay, that is
What?
now... Okay, you are now... up
He
to-
must have some way of getting rid of exhaustion all of a sudden.
Something that I've been holding on to
Oh,
from one of our
shoot.
first sessions.
All
One
right.
of those potions.
Mhm.
I want to see this happen. All right, exhaustion.
You wanna know
goes
what?
on you.
I think I can do.
I'm gonna take the damage this time, I think.
Oh, never mind.
Oh crap.
All right, got it all picked.
Yeah.
In
I'm taking
that
another
case,
ability.
Stagander, please roll a d4. Actually, no. Roll a d6.
Oh, me. Roll. I'm sorry. 4.
4. The illusion tower goes down. Who's that?
That is Tredora and the Stone
Alliance.
Giants.
Ah, excellent
Yeah.
job. That one is down. Quentin, please roll me a d6 to see if you have another encounter.
That is a 5.
There is no encounter.
Ooh.
Yay!
Trolls have been drawn elsewhere, and you can see that there is fighting. Most of the defenders have moved elsewhere. Stagander, please roll me a d4 again.
1.
And the abjuration tower goes down, leaving just the
Yeah.
transmutation up.
That's our
Oh.
Snurf Niblin and our elves.
Last group. Bope, roll me a d6 to see if an encounter comes by.
Another 5.
There is no encounter. And the last one is the, I believe that's transmutation.
Yep.
And that one goes down, and the portal clears. And the way into the Godshield is open.
We gotta
I
go.
think this might be a great time to have a quick break.
Oh boy.
Shall we re-meet in 5 minutes?
Yes.
Yes.
All righty. Woohoo! Congratulations, you've reached the Godshield. Well done. Oh, if we do we have any announcements, by the way?
No, we should
Don't
look.
think so.
All righty. Well, it is a good
Um,
time to take a quick break, and we'll see you all in 5 minutes. Thank you so much.
Come, Willie. At last. Come, show your face.
When I was born, they said that I would have the rage of 1,000 storms within me.
It's all right. I didn't like that brother very much anyway.
Just cannot get any worse than this, right?
Have you noticed? It never really gets light enough here. Sometimes the shadows are going the wrong way.
There's a loud psst sound as steam rushes from the vat, and the door slowly swings open. This vile ooze just pouring out as you can see this elongated human figure slowly extend and reach out. His motionless eyes just now fixated on the group.
Okay, what the hell?
I'm done with this place. I need to go home.
I can't go home, but I also I don't want to stay here. 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 I don't want to stay here.
Hello and welcome back to part 2 of our season finale of the Velkyn Weave. Before we dive back in, I hear we have one announcement for us, Leia.
Yeah, we're going to give a huge congratulations to Patchster0730 for winning the D&D Beyond Players Handbook. Congratulations. Our tech goblins are going to get a hold of you. So stick around so we can get that information, so we can get that over to you. Just as a reminder, we do have another giveaway tonight. So tonight we're going to do another giveaway for Overhead Games. That's ! Epic in the chat. And we'll be drawing that prize at the end. So stick around, guys. We got some crazy awesome stuff going down. So stick around with us. And yeah, oh my gosh.
So we have 2 giveaways tonight?
There was 2 giveaways. We drew our first one.
Oh,
so
that's
we got our winner for that one.
Plays
So we got our
into something that's going to happen real soon in game.
Ooh.
So yeah.
Oh dear.
Serendipity.
Yeah.
All
So,
right.
yeah.
We pick up with the Velkyn Weave. The 4th tower goes down and the pathway into the Godshield is clear. You may enter when ready.
As we're waiting for that last tower, Rangram digs deep into his pack, real deep, like shoulder in, pulls out a vial of a crimson liquid pulsing with dull light, calling to mind a heartbeat. And he takes it, or puts it in his mouth, takes out the cork with his mouth to allow no water to get in, and will swallow a potion of vitality, removing the exhaustion.
And the cork.
He might swallow the cork too. He's Rangram.
He needed the fiber.
Yes.
Bubblegum.
Oof. It's gonna be rough tomorrow.
He's like,
and then the dread settles back in.
All stopped up.
For 1 level.
I'll quaff the potion of giant strength, hill giant strength.
Okay. How long does that last?
1 hour.
Okay. And speaking of which, the potion of invisibility is spent at this point. Are you ready?
Oh dear.
It is will ever be.
yes.
Who would like to lead the way?
Not it.
Not it.
I will.
I'll follow.
Rangram bravely steps forward. The rest of you follow through the portal. And as you step through, you're disoriented for a moment. When your vision clears, you find yourself standing outside of a cliff, outside of a cave at the bottom of a cliff. You are no longer underwater. Beyond is a vast, rocky plain dotted with tidal pools. Pathetic heaps of flotsam and rubble make crude shelters for humanoids who seem to be eking out a living in this harsh terrain. Ahead of you, the plains slowly sink beneath the waves of a gray ocean. Beyond the plains to your left and right, active volcanoes are spewing lava and ash into the sky. Their hellish red light illuminates this world as the sun is hidden behind blanks of heavy storm clouds. Heat lightning is near constant within those clouds, and with each burst, you see the shadow of an enormous aboleth that must be miles long, hidden by the clouds. Nearby,
Nope.
an old gnome sitting on a large rock is throwing rocks down the hillside in disgust. And when Delira shakes her head and says, "Nope," he looks up and answers.
What?
What?
What are you
What
doing
the
here?
hell are you doing here?
No, I asked first. What are
No,
you doing
I
here?
asked first. I'm the elder.
That you are a bit-
Why are you here? You shouldn't be trapped. Did you get my note?
I did. I thought you had run away again.
What do you mean I ran away?
Never mind. We can talk about that later.
Huh?
Can we kill it?
Kill what? The aboleth?
Yes.
Yes, you're supposed to be immune to it.
Wait. Oh, wait. You mean what? I'm confused.
Didn't you get my note?
There were a lot of
Did
grammatical
you were
errors.
supposed to blackmail him. Instead, you set me free, you moron.
Yes, that was
When
rather
you did
stupid of
that,
me.
you took away my exemption. And they crammed me in here, you idiot.
Well, maybe you can make yourself useful for once.
Damn it, you're such an idiot. Oh!
Yes, how foolish to want to remove you from a devil's influence.
I see I've
Screwed
made a
everything up.
grave error.
Oh, grave, funny pun.
Well, I'll deal with you later.
Oh,
Are you going to help or not?
what can I do? I'm in here. You best be careful.
How do we
That
destroy the
thing is
Godshield?
dangerous. Don't attract its attention.
How do we destroy
Welcome to the
Godshield?
Godshield. As you can see, it's a demi-plane.
The shield is a demi-plane.
Yes, it's the world as the aboleth remembered it. Remember, they never forget anything. So they built this place, an exact replica. Prehistoric, when sentient creatures of the world were barely formed. While we all exist to serve the aboleth. There's no divine magic, no hope, only an eternity of suffering. That's the aboleth sovereign overhead. Keep your head down. Don't attract its attention.
Well,
You were supposed to blackmail him to extend you the protection he had and I had, so that you could kill that thing.
Well, some of us don't always take the easy way out. You bastard.
Easy way? Oh, you've ruined years of plotting.
Well,
We were going to... I had a sweet deal coming, and now it's not gonna happen.
that is truly the least of your concerns.
Says you. Another pit fiend. Bazaka had promised me a sweet promotion if I just betrayed Palestrin, wreck his plans, muck up this whole fiasco. And now I'm stuck here.
Well, you're going to make yourself useful and help us destroy it?
You can't.
Well,
Why
not with
not?
that attitude.
What she said.
You want to see attitude? Go down to the village. Talk to the other poor, unfortunate souls. Meet your new home. Maybe you can stake out a cave to live in.
You said we're on a demi-plane. Do you know much about its creation? Was it created near another demi-plane or repurposed from an existing one?
As far as I know, they created it from scratch as part of the Godshield. Oh, and speaking of powers of the demi-plane, the dread is even thicker in here. It's up to level 3. Which pushes you with your hero's feast, goes back down to 2.
Speed is halved, right?
Yep, speed is halved, disadvantage on ability checks. Without the hero's feast, you would be disadvantaged on all attack rolls and saving throws.
Oof.
And overhead, the giant shadow aboleth makes a wail sound. And even worse, the cutting off from divine magic is even worse here. There is no roll.
You just can't cast?
Can't cast. The only one that can cast is Delirious. With her connection to the Book of Exalted Deeds, she can cast cantrips. But otherwise,
It's better than that.
connection to the gods is gone.
Oh dear.
Well,
If you can figure a way out of here, more power to you. I've been trying for days. It seems like daily time is weird here.
what about punching a hole in the fabric of reality and traversing to the astral sea?
Go for it. I wasted my disintegrate. Guess what else I found? You don't regain spell slots here. It's cast, it's gone. Congratulations, Bope. You're a simulacrum.
No, he's a simulacrum, and I thumb over my shoulder at Bope Jr. And Bope Jr. just kind of like flicks him off.
Picks up a rock and he throws it down the hill again. God damn it.
He's useless.
Well, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Not getting anywhere with that attitude.
Rangram, do you mind pushing him down the hill?
I don't think it's worth it.
No, you're right. He's not.
So what was the deal with the all the souls and lichdom and stuff?
Oh, you mean with Vecna? And I turned to Bope Jr. What was that deal again?
Oh, yes. The deal from Vecna. He said that you could use the book to do a ritual to sacrifice all the souls inside the Godshield, which would destroy the Godshield and turn you into a lich.
But
Oh, which newsflash is all of us now.
yeah.
Oh, yes, that's true. But you get your brother too, right? Upside.
That actually was supposed to be a downside, you little shit.
What? I thought you hated him. I thought we hated him.
It's complicated.
I'm so
I mean-
confused.
Really, if Nope, I like lean over for Bope. If Nope really wanted you to do a very specific thing, you think that his like note would be a little bit more specific instead of here's this
Seriously.
thing.
I'm telling you, it was just rife with errors. I didn't know if it was him or drunk.
It's okay, Bope. You wanna know what, Bope? You did the right thing. All
Well,
right?
thank you.
You did the right thing. You cared about your family, and that's what counts. He said that he's been in here for days, and he only disappeared like what, yesterday?
Yes.
We can figure this out.
Maybe
if
it
there
was
is
yesterday.
anything- Shut up! I'm
Time is
not
weird
asking
here.
you.
Listen to the young lady.
If I've learned anything from being with you all, it's that there is nothing that will stand in your way. We can figure this out. We can do it. We will. Because we're the Velkyn Weave.
I agree, Mrs. Pope Jr.
Thank you, Pope Jr.
Oh,
I agree
I
with the
needed-
last thing anyone said. That's my flaw.
Look,
Should have taken inspiring you leader.
yeah.
maybe there's something here we can steal or destroy.
Should we make our way down to the village and see if there's a resolution?
Yeah.
Way forward down there.
Yeah. Can't help to gather information. Can't hurt to gather information.
Probably won't help either, but true.
Worst
Have
case scenario
fun.
is we just like throw it off to the
Useless.
sky.
They've already used up all their spells, and they can't reach the divine either. The only people they brought in here were the spellcasters to begin with.
What about ritual casting?
If you have the components, all of the foci, which we don't.
So they need foci?
Okay.
Arcane focus, yeah. If you don't have the or the components, that usually costs some sweet coin.
Have a bit of that.
And weirdly enough, sacrifices that get shoved in here don't have that. How'd you get in here?
We
You have all your
swam.
stuff.
Through the door.
Sure.
We walked.
There's a door.
What?
Lucky bastards.
You know what? I don't think we should listen to this negative Nancy anymore. Let's go down to the village.
Huh.
Nancy.
Yeah, let's go to the village.
You hear a salute being given.
Nope.
Salute.
Hair flip. I'm immune. Drow hair flip. It doesn't matter. Just rolls off me.
Like
In the back
water
of
off
my-
a drow's back.
So you're
In the
heading
back-
down to the village?
Yeah.
As we're heading there, in the back of my mind, I'm doing the math. If I needed to create several thousand arcane focus using Nozzler's magical pigments, what would be the cheapest foci to create for them?
Let me know. Get back to me.
Will do.
I will say that after all the usage of your paint, you've used up one of your pots.
Okay.
I think it would depend
All
on
right.
the kind of caster.
There is no path down from the hillside to the plains. It's just kind of picking your way through the rocks and the rubble, and it's one of those primordial version of the world, with rocky plains with just lichen and fungi growing. There's blind fish in the various pools. You can hear the waves of the sea in the distance. And then off on the horizons, miles and miles away, are those constantly steaming volcanoes like you would see in like the old dinosaur movies. And occasionally the heat lightning overhead, and you see that silhouette of the aboleth floating a mile above you.
This would be really cool under different circumstances.
For sure.
The people, the nearest group, a gathering of people, or one of the settlements, is built into a hillside that has a just overhang next to one of the tidal pools, and it looks like people have set up a crude camp underneath of it. There's maybe about 20 of them total. They look ragged, malnourished. There's very little to burn here, so they are having to eat most of their food raw. Many of them are sick, and their food seems to be mostly of scraping the lichen off the rocks or eating the fish and crustaceans out of the little tidal pools.
Raw shellfish.
And they look up at you when you come up with, like, how are you here with, they're just looking upon you with awe of, like, how are you here, like, with all your equipment and in full health?
We use the door.
We're storming the castle, as it were.
We have an army outside.
How are you here? How are you there's a door? All we know is that we are pressed through the side of the tower.
Pressed through the side?
We have heard of your
little
plight.
niches. They apparently can push people through them, and we wind up in here.
Yeah, we walked through a door.
My name is Tallow. I was an adept of Joaquin.
Oh.
How long have you been here, Tallow? Yes.
Weeks, maybe. You can tell because I still have all my teeth. I suppose the ones who've been here longest. He points over at some of the other ones that were like laid up.
And you're a spellcaster?
I was an adept and of Joaquin, the goddess of coin, and the merchant friend.
Are you able to perform any spells down here?
No. Only the gods can help us, and the gods have forsaken us down here.
Well, they can't reach us. It's different.
As you say, but we can't get to them.
Beloved of Joaquin, do not forsake your goddess.
We need a
She has
miracle.
not forsaken you, and you need to believe.
How?
We're working on it, but we're going to find a way. But if you give up, that thing in the sky wins, and we must not let it win. Understand?
I would love to believe. But this is just, we're all doomed down here. It's just this forever.
You're going to make that thing take away the most important aspect of your life? You're going to let that thing take your goddess away from you?
Yes, I believe that is what is happening.
Then I have nothing more to say to you.
Does he have an amulet or an emblem of Joaquin on him? No.
Nope. He is dressed in what looks like bits of cloth that he scavenged from someplace.
Dolores, are you do you have any knowledge of this Joaquin's sigil or anything? Something that could be used as maybe a token to...
Probably. Religion check? I assume?
The Joaquin, her symbol is a coin. With
like Timora!
With Joaquin's face on it, if I remember correctly.
Pretty sure I've encountered it before in Brindle.
Oh, she is
Timora.
super popular in
Yeah.
Hey.
Nice!
Blue
Box RPG.
RPG.
Ooh.
Hello there.
Happy to have you.
Welcome to
Holla.
the end times.
You came just in time to watch the party try to figure out their way through the Godshield created by the Aboleth that are blocking all divine spells and And it turned out to be a demi-plane powered by the souls of spellcasters they've been kidnapping for the past year. And one of those souls is Tallow, an adept of Joaquin.
And a real party pooper.
You'll be here for a while, and you'll be a pooper of parties as well.
I'm going to turn my back to him and use the pigments to create a coin of Joaquin in my hand.
It is a upright coin of Joaquin, who is a handsome woman. Her profile facing left is the holy symbol.
Why do I think that Joaquin was a man?
Okay. I will...
Because Joaquin is a Spanish name typically for men.
Spend
I'm
a
not
minute.
saying it quite like that. Joaquin. Anyway.
Spend a minute or so. It's well within the pigment's capacity, quite tiny. And the holy symbols only cost 5 gold, according to the book. So, Tallow, when I was in the markets of somebody on the street pressed this into my hand and said, "You will know who to deliver it to." And it wasn't until this moment that I realized it was you. And I hold my hand open, the symbol of Joaquin. Your God has not forsaken you.
Maybe he's about to take it from you.
I let him take it.
He picks it up, he offers a prayer to Joaquin, and he goes, "Nothing. She's not there. Can you hear your God?"
My God is in his own demi-plane, thinking of ways to spoil his own victory. But yes.
Surely you have some example of miracles, something to give us hope.
Surely I do. Are there more than him around right now?
There's about 20 of them here.
I want to use my mend because I'm not going to run out of cantrips because there's no slots for cantrips, right?
That is correct.
Okay, I'm going to use my mending to fix his clothing.
All right. That will be a DC 20 ability check.
All right.
Oh.
But I have advantage. No.
You do have advantage on that roll
because
of the book.
All right. Good, because I rolled a 1 first. 17. That doesn't make it.
DC
No,
is
hold
20.
on. Plus
Plus 5.
my plus 6 for my wisdom. So actually that makes it.
Woo!
He's fancy.
How are you able to get through the shield? How are you able to speak to your God?
It's a long story, but the first step is I didn't give up on her.
Faith. You have to continue to have faith, even through the hard times.
He tries to pray again. Nothing.
Your
He tries to
goddess
pray
cannot
again
reach you.
And goes, nothing.
Your goddess can't reach you, but that doesn't mean that we can't find a way to reach her. Now, you can sit here and mope and do the same thing over and over again, or you can help us progress forward.
Like
forward
what?
momentum.
What do you want us to do? Would you like some fish?
Well, right now, we need to learn about this place, what that thing in the sky is doing.
We need to know where all...
Do not attract its attention.
Yeah, we heard.
What does it do when you do attract its attention?
It kills you and brings you back worse.
How does it kill you?
Usually with a big tendril.
That's
What's
bring
worse?
back worse.
Come, I'll show you.
Enslaved and slimy?
Yes. He takes you to the back of the cave where there's some people laid out, and it looks like they've just been warped, as if they've been exposed to way too much radiation. Like they have extra arms growing from them. A couple of them have gills on the side.
That is worse.
These are the ones that have lived so far. We're its playthings. It uses this place to experiment on us.
Listen.
He prays on that. Oh, nothing.
It's going to take more than 5 minutes of this. This isn't faith that you're displaying. It's desperation.
You gotta think. You have to be smart about this. Take a deep breath, for God's sake.
Maybe sit down.
Your God. Do you have your light on from your book?
Probably not, in case it will attract, the dude upstairs.
Okay. How are you able to reach your God? Nothing divine gets through here. If we can figure out how you're able to do it, maybe the rest of us can do it.
What I have won't help any of you. So
What you have is a miracle, right?
Perhaps a melding of the arcane and the divine. Are there arcane casters down here?
Some. They seem to prefer the divine were more common anyway. But they quickly run out of magic.
Can they still perform simple tricks and tasks with their magic?
You mean cantrips?
Yes.
Well, some of them can. But good are cantrips against that and this?
Well, perhaps a distraction.
Perhaps.
And in the
3000 to 1.
meantime, you are a little less naked because of such cantrips, so...
Well, that's because you use the divine power with some ability that does not help that we can't use.
I prestidigitate him to clean him up a little bit.
Bless you. Joaquin grant you fortune.
Listen, we already have a fortune goddess. You just keep going, huh?
Move along.
This is my turf. You're in the wrong
The
neighborhood.
Lady of Coins smile upon you then.
And Veyron smiles upon you.
Who?
That's right.
Who? That's right.
That just the way he wants it.
Yeah.
Look, when I'm
All
a little
right.
down, the lines of Brindle, they taught me a little song. Maybe this can help, boo your spirits in here. Uh-oh, oh no, got to leave, I got to go. All this underdark and aboleth, it got me, gasping for my breath.
Hey.
That was quite catchy.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
If you're feeling
like
low,
it.
just hum it. Tell your friends.
Well, I'll keep trying, but in order to get out of here, we're going to need a miracle.
Well, you have one.
Some sort of
Velkyn wave.
spark to get us going. We don't have the power here. You came in with all of your powers because you used the door. I believe that's what you said. Yes.
Yes.
Maybe you have something we don't.
Maybe.
Aliris. I
What?
kind of pull her aside. You do seem to have a stronger connection than they do in here. Is there anything that Timora can do to help us figure out how to get rid of the Godshield?
No, I can't hear her. I've the barest access, but it's not enough.
What about the
We're gonna have
flasks?
to figure this out. What?
What about the flasks? Weren't they sealed? They couldn't be opened?
Sealed by divine will, you said. No divine will here. Do they open now?
Who's opening first?
Ooh. Do it over there. Far away.
Yeah, I'm gonna go outside the shelter. Get some distance so that the people don't observe me. And I just try to open up the flask a little bit.
All right, roll me a d6.
Oh, okay, a d6.
Yeah,
This is
definitely
gonna
get
go
away
well.
from you.
Be at a safe distance.
When you pull a card from the deck of many,
Two.
can you pull it just a little bit?
Where'd she go?
A wisp floats up out of the bubble, out of the bottle, and it looks like a gold spark.
Hey, he's talking about a spark.
I try to catch it.
Your hand goes through it, seems to be made out of energy,
Uh-huh.
and you hear a voice. Good fortune, mortal. Sounds like a young girl.
Who are you?
You don't recognize me? Probably not. I'm not in my normal form. You could say I'm not myself. Would you mind releasing my sister? I think it
Yeah.
takes two.
Oh, I knew it was going to be that too.
It
I knew
takes
she was,
Two, baby.
I
It's
knew she
Timora
was
and
in here.
Shava?
Yep.
Are you present in here now?
I am a wisp of the divine.
All right. Put the top back on, poke my head inside Rangrim.
Oh, we were out there. We watched you do
Oh,
this.
we're all
Alright.
watching, yeah.
There's a reason why I'm over there just shaking the other one.
Don't shake it up. Just
Don't
open
shake
it.
Bashaba.
One does
Yeah,
not shake.
don't
a
shake
goddess.
Bashaba. Stirred, not shaken.
Oh.
Stirred.
So you
Bashaba.
shake it. You don't hear anything in it, but in fact, it doesn't seem to have anything in it at all. You don't hear anything rattling around.
Toss it to Delirious. I catch.
I have terrible hand-eye coordination. Why do you think I'm a cleric?
Throw me the other one.
No, this is. All right, fine. Here, I hand him Timora's flask and open up Bashaba's flask.
A purple wisp drifts up. Ouch. My, you look down on your luck.
What was the first?
How long have you been working on that?
Whole
Months.
campaign.
Months.
The whole time.
You
Sort of-
did it. You brought us here. We are the wisps of the divine. Smaller than we intended. Such bad luck. But fortunately, we got through it all. That remains to be seen, sister.
Do you have some idea what we're going to do about
Indeed.
this?
You are the authors of your own salvation, but you will need a miracle. And even a miracle needs a hand.
Uh-oh.
Which is where you come in?
Indeed. The solution to your conundrum is theogenesis.
What?
The origin of the divine is in each of you. We are born of consciousness. I think, therefore I am.
We
You
make our
think,
own god?
Therefore we are.
We make the Velkyn?
You do. How do you think we all came about? We were how to make known what is unknown. We personify the faceless to take the arbitrary out of the universe.
He did state that this was supposed to be a primordial land.
Yeah.
And what better place to introduce a new god than the first god?
So you need to tell a good story, right? To write a narrative.
Sounds like a job for Quentin.
You will need two things. Pairs. Always pairs. An origin and a belief. The seed and the feed.
I look over at Bope and nope.
What are you looking at me for?
I
Well,
think that
I
would
mean-
work.
My sister, unless my sister's around here invisible somewhere.
She helped out one of the teams.
Oh, good for her.
Well, someone died. She just looked like him.
They said that we need two.
Yes. You have the seed. Your book. What were the chances you'd have it? Lucky, huh? Seeded so long ago.
We have to use the book to create the new god?
The power, that is what a seed is, right? A seed is like unfulfilled energy, or not unfulfilled, untapped energy.
And then
What is the
you
feed?
write that is the belief. You need to create the narrative so that the prayers can feed into it and allow the seed to grow.
To germinate, yes.
Mm. And that feed is the Velkyn weave.
belief.
What is the Velkyn Weave to you?
Cunning.
Redemption.
Camaraderie.
Bound family.
All these are true. From a certain point of view, invisible threads that bind us all together. It's why we chose you. You understood this. You must create the Velkyn Weave. Connect all the souls together for a singular purpose. For good, for ill, for yourselves, for us.
We can do this.
To join all of our threads.
Think of a principle that unites people for weal or for woe. One of the great nouns.
I've got one.
What god would you make, Quentin?
The god of freedom. It's both liberating and enslaving at the same time. Limitless choice can crush those not prepared to deal with it, but it allows you to choose good, evil, freedom.
And that's what we need. That's what these people need.
I hate how right you are. That freedom can be freeing, but enslaving at the same time.
But people get to choose.
Mm-hmm.
So less enslaving and more, maybe you make the wrong choices, but you're still free to make those choices.
Those choices aren't ever necessarily for the greater good.
Sometimes they are selfish. Even if it's for someone else.
Make your origin story. And remember, Uncle Ben has to stay dead.
Oh.
What if there's never an Uncle Ben?
Oh, no, I almost answered that question.
No, you can do this. Birth a legend, and then bring the others in to believe. The seed and the feed.
So does one of us have to die? Is that what I'm picking up here?
That's what it
No.
sounds like.
Pope Jr.?
No one needs to die, but someone has to give up her book of exalted deeds to be the focal point of the god.
The flower bed.
Mm-hmm. And then you give a story, an origin story, and also a focus for your miracle, which it sounds like you have that. And then you must convince the others. All the others here. And the way we will do that is you get to you can contribute hit dice. Kind of like when you take a short rest, you spend hit dice to regain hit points. You will be spending contributing those hit dice to the cause, to this spirit.
Are they? Do we get all full hit dice, or are we rolling these hit dice?
You will just count one for one.
What's the drawback for donating hit dice?
Well, you don't have them if you take a short rest.
No.
That's it?
Yes.
Well, that could be bad, but yeah.
The upside is that
unless you have abilities that key off them, which there are some, but
Mm-hmm.
sorry, downside.
You will need far more than what you have.
How?
Only the way that you all that humanity broke the back of the abolithic enslavement is they banded together.
So we've got several thousand souls here, all casters of one type or another, the divine spark in us. And we need to come up with a belief system, liturgy, to get them to pray and focus their belief to hatch that seed and slay Daddy Aboleth up there.
Well,
Yes.
Well, Lord Call, looks like it's time to put that crown on.
Time for
Actually, I put the hood back, and I'm wearing that like 40k gem crown of spell storing.
Mm-hmm.
I was born for this.
You really were.
Obsidian Lotus forged me for this moment.
Birth of God.
I didn't think his head could get any bigger.
Yeah.
The crown looked a little
gets
tight.
smaller on his head.
Oh, got a headache all of a sudden.
But no, it will be. In order to convince them, you will need to make either charisma persuasion or wisdom insight checks. And the number of hit dice that you get contributed equals your roll. You will need approximately 1,000.
Okay, so you got to convince at least a third of them.
Well, my wisdom insight roll is a +6, and that's my persuasion is also +6, so I may not be.
I don't have persuasion, but I do have a +7 in insight. So that's not terrible.
You know, I was kidding about that enhance ability earlier, but it's really looking really good right now.
So
Well, it doesn't help. It doesn't help with skill checks.
I'm just gonna go sit over here with my zeros.
So
maybe we talk to Nope first. See if
He's
we can
not
get him to
giving up
help.
anything.
Well, I mean, he's just one of thousands out here. I think if we come up with a good belief system first, then it'll sell itself.
Well, he may help with that.
Do you really want his help?
Not really.
We don't need it.
All right.
I mean,
He's kind of a brat.
No, he is kind of a brat.
Here's a plotting. Yeah, it's all ruined. Yeah.
Someone
Come
throw a
on,
rock
no
at him.
scheme. We gotta get out of this somehow.
It's all because he can't rhyme worth a damn. So we set up shop in the cave in like a little safe area. I pull out pen and paper, my well-worn forgery kit and quills, and the start taking notes. Okay, qualities in a god that exemplifies freedom. First of all, every god has an origin story, you know? Explodes out of somebody's head, steals it from somebody else.
Born from the sea.
And names have power. The Sunless Sea.
Well, I'm okay. Well, just in a primordial world, you know, life stems from the water. So I don't know. Born from the sea.
It's quite obvious. Look around us. We are in a camp of those without freedom. What is most of their desires? It's to be with their loved ones, be with their gods, be with whoever, but it is not to be here. You have an overwhelming drive right here below our feet.
A desire for freedom.
Freedom abhors a vacuum of freedom.
So your origin story is quite simple. It's bondage. It is overwhelming dread and the will of people to rise up against it.
I really like that, Rangram. I really like that. That's really good.
That was awesome. Give yourself inspiration.
It was really
Wait,
good. Like,
no, it
actually
bounces off
moving.
your previous inspiration.
So what I'm hearing you say is that it's a spark within all of us that every person desires to be free and carries it with them, even into the harshest of circumstances.
Yeah.
It's
about
like a
right.
candle, though, right? It dims, it wavers, it can even go out. That is when you see those that are broken and have had their souls crushed. It can be snuffed out, but it is very hard to do.
Freedom began as an ember and was stoked, becoming a flame. And if legends are true, it will become an inferno, burning its way through the demi-planes and unleashing any who are contained.
Why do I hear the Soviet anthem playing in my head now?
I love it.
Probably what my dad's anthem sounds like.
Is that your origin story?
Yeah,
It's a great one.
Freedom began as an ember, became a flame, and turned into an inferno.
And it was I was liking what Rangram was talking about. It began in bondage.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Can you explain that part again for us, Rangram?
Yes. Began in bondage by an overwhelming dread seeking to snuff out all resistance before it, subjugate all will to it. And this is the cry out from the dark, the shattering of the shell.
In one sense, it's actually the aboleths who created their own defeat by creating such harsh and draconian conditions. They had the world at their finger tentacle tips and chose this. And
World
now
at their fins.
their fears will become manifest again. They will be overthrown. Freedom will ring. Will burn.
I love it. When you go forth to proselytize this, you will have advantage on your rolls because of this fantastic origin story.
So I'll make some copies of the liturgy, so people can have that with them, and provide little mundane pots of like red paint, so they can do like three-fingered red marks indicating the red flame, freedom, ember, flame, inferno.
You can make all of this. It will consume your second pot, but you will have all the paraphernalia that you need.
Yeah, everyone
what
gets.
You're trying to do.
You get a symbol. You get a symbol. You get a book.
And meanwhile, the two sparks will teach you, Delirus, how to focus this energy into the Book of Exalted Deeds.
Okay. Does that mean I can't go out and proselytize? I'm going to be doing this instead?
Oh, no, you will do that as well.
Okay.
Both. So we're doing 3 red down instead of the 3 red across for the aboleth. I like it. I like it a lot.
The aboleths go down.
Yeah.
This would have worked with the Book of Vile Darkness too, you know. Morality is a construct of consciousness. Flip side of the same coin. Sin or virtue in the eyes of the beholder. I'm sorry, what was that, Reed?
Inspiration flows.
Inspiration.
All right, all of you roll D20.
Cool.
Shard,
And
grant me.
thank you to our viewer. They're gonna need this.
I
I'm gonna say,
abstain.
me and Rangrim should abstain
Nope,
since we already
this is a
have-
bonus inspiration. It stacks.
Oh, it'll
Stack.
stack. Ooh.
So I can end my game with 2 inspiration.
I believe that is what will
Don't
happen.
you dare.
17?
19.
Okay, I didn't win.
I heard a 17.
19 Stigander.
19 Stigander,
Oh,
yeah.
19 Stigander. Anyone higher than a 19? All righty, Stigander.
I'm okay with this.
Congratulations.
All right. Gotta use that inspiration.
So my first question for you is, do you donate your own hit dice
Yes.
to
Yes,
begin this?
Mm-hmm.
I have.
I will, but there actually is one thing I wanted to work into the belief system, which I pulled from the influence of my father, Veyron, the Obsidian Lotus. fire and rebirth, being reborn in flames. If you die in service with belief, like a forest dying in fire and then laying the seeds to be its own rebirth.
You're gonna encourage so many martyrs,
which is okay.
So basically, we're inventing Valhalla. I approve.
I can see that.
Die with glory.
This is starting to feel a little bit sinister.
So you find
you did ask Quentin to write it.
Too late.
So.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
we did.
Yeah.
Did you wish to veer it back the other way, Delirious? Or do you have any additions you'd like to make? If you want, I can come back later.
No, because freedom, I mean, it is, like a terrible, violent revolution, and then it's also just the desire to break chains. It's both things. So it can be sinister and benevolent.
Ooh, sounds like a neutral deity.
Oh no, most definitely like chaotic neutral.
Yeah, sounds like you're going
This is going to be like the purest being of chaos that we are creating
Is it
here.
or is it lawful neutral?
Ooh.
I think chaotic neutral can go either way.
Okay,
it gives them a
it's gonna be
choice.
lawful neutral.
My vote's just for neutral.
True neutral.
It's straight in the
True
middle.
neutral.
True neutral.
Straight to the Outlands. The plane of concordant opposition.
Freedom is rarely chaotic. It typically follows paths. You're either seeking to break out and free yourself, or you're making choices of your own volition to do what you wish.
I mean, yeah, but
very rarely are these random choices.
it can't be lawful because lawfulness comes from outside, comes from within.
Very convincing.
True neutral is what I'm hearing.
We'll see what it
why
ends up
not
being, but I
both?
think it's definitely going to be chaotic neutral.
I think if it's chaotic and it's lawful, that makes it just neutral.
I don't think it is lawful though.
I
All
think
right.
it could go either
Well,
way. It's one of
let-
those things. It's fluid.
Let's do a quick vote, as you will all be contributing to the foundation of the seed. Rangrim, lawful neutral? Your vote?
Hang on. I'm looking at one thing real quick.
He's struggling with the morality of it all.
If you want, I can come back.
Let's say, yeah, let's go neutral.
You're true neutral?
Yeah.
All righty. Delirious,
Chaotic neutral.
Quentin,
True neutral.
Stagander,
True neutral.
Bope.
True neutral.
All right. There we go. With your initial input, you invest 70 hit dice into it, and you can feel it growing stronger as the miracle starts to take shape around the Book of Exalted Deeds.
Despite everything, I think I am going to be sorry to see it go. But at least Vecna won't be gunning for me anymore.
Nope, you will not. Oh, this book will now be very gone.
I'll be gunning for this god.
Yeah,
Probably
but that's
he might figure out a way to
its
eat the god of
business.
freedom, ping him
well.
down. But hey, that's a story for another show.
Yeah, it is.
A whole
That
other
would be a
campaign.
really interesting, little detail.
Tier 4. Okay.
Do you wish to convince the 20 around you to invest in this miracle that you are
Yes.
creating as well?
Not
All right,
just,
can everyone make me a charisma persuasion or wisdom intuition check? You get advantage on the check. However, that will negate out the dread
Okay.
that is on the place.
Ooh, 23 persuasion.
Ooh. Yeah, I got a 16.
33 persuasion.
23. What would you get over there, Quentin?
33.
All right, and you, Stagander?
I got a 16 insight.
Okay, and Rangram?
18 persuasion.
Ooh.
Ooh. You know, I'm looking here. I've got the Control Flames cantrip from Arcane Trickster. As we're talking about this and coming up with it, once we've formalized some of it, I will start having the flames in my hand, and you can shape and move them and stuff. So as we're telling the story, I'll have, animate the little flames and the 3 slashes. And yeah.
Excellent.
All I can see is
when you cross over the 100 mark, you can feel the divine energy growing from the miracle you've created. And you can, anyone of you that have invested into it can use that power to power your first level divine spells.
Ooh.
However, your activity does not go unnoticed. Overhead, that silhouette in the clouds makes that echoing sound, and tendrils start lacing down towards you, and the first thing they do is they rip off the overhang, pulling the rock away from you, exposing you to the sky as the tendrils move to attack. So now, every time you may use an action to make one of these checks, or you may try to fight the 3 tendrils that are extending down from the sky, trying to attack you. So if you could please, everyone, go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Ooh.
And
Good cleric initiative.
Hooray for Sentinel Shield.
We will go, if you don't mind, go hopping over to Shard. I'm going to showcase some of the versatility of Shard, even though we are playing Theater of the Mind with this one, because you're fighting a gigantic sky beast that does not fit onto battle maps. We're going to use their initiative tool.
So big.
And you will not be able to fight the Aboleth, it's a sovereign itself. You can only, what you'll be attacking are the 3 tendrils coming down that are trying to wallop you.
Yep.
We don't have anything giving us negative to our stats right now, do we?
Technically, you are disadvantaged on initiative checks because it is an ability check. It's a dexterity.
Oh.
So there goes my natural 20.
Ooh, yeah.
All right, I'm at 5.
All this.
Yeah, it brings me to 11.
Your activities attracts attentions from several of the other settlements and the other souls that are gathered here on the tidal plains of the Godshield. There are infinite targets for you to make your charisma and wisdom checks in order to expand the power of your miracle. Mm-hmm. And once your miracle hits full, what's the term? Apotheosis?
Theogenesis?
Yes, it will manifest as a demigod and will shatter the Godshield.
Yeah,
but you have to be alive to do it. And that's what the tendrils are all about.
Yay!
Hey.
Rangram, go ahead and roll off for me.
Okay. 14.
All righty. I'm going to bump me up by 1.
Don't die.
Boop.
Please don't die.
A tendril comes down and is going to slash at you, Rangram.
Cool.
My right character. And you have an armor class of 27?
Yep.
All right. I need to get a 10. And I roll a nat 1. So the first strike misses you. And that brings us down to Rangram. What would you like to do on your turn?
I'm gonna start. Did it like slap and then like go away? So it's like kind of at is it like
they're within striking distance as it's weaving around, stretching all up. But you can totally like Hydra strike this thing, like hit the head. even though the body is so far away.
I'm trying to say, I'm trying to decide, do I have room to actually employ the hammer, right? Like, can I like get away from it?
You will have to use a disengaged attack.
Okay, so I'm gonna attack it first.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna assume that a 15 doesn't hit.
That will miss.
And I made an attack. Now, because I have mobile, I move away without incurring an attack of opportunity.
Okay, done.
And then make another attack for a 24.
24 will hit. And we will assume this is going on. Tendril number 1 is attacking you.
Right. For 19 points of magic bludgeoning. It's the hammer.
Okay. You
the
whack
dwarven
it.
thrower slams in. And then another attack as it returns, and I throw it again for a 27.
27 will also hit it.
For another 18. I will go ahead and Hill Room as a pall of grayness overtakes Rangrim and hardens him. And that's my turn.
Alrighty, that brings us to at the end of your turn, a legendary action goes off, and lightning lances down from the sky, striking all of you. I need everyone to make me a dexterity saving throw.
At disadvantage?
No.
Saving throws
because
are
of your hero's
Okay.
feast.
that's like 4.
You would gain that if you did not have the hero's feast. The saving throw DC is 23. Please take 22 points of damage if you fail, 11 if you made it.
Okay.
I have a ring of lightning resistance, so I take half of that.
And you have advantage on the check. But if
Oh,
you have
I
anything
guess
that gives you disadvantage, it all just negates itself out.
Wait. So do I have advantage or is it negated? Am I just rolling straight?
You have advantage
Advantage.
because you don't have enough dread to be
Okay.
disadvantage on it.
All right. Yeah, no, I failed. I rolled a 5 both times because I
All
didn't
right.
make a dex save.
Yeah.
So normal damage was how much?
A 22, so you take 11.
Okay.
If you had made the save, you'd take 5. All right, Quentin.
It's attacking me?
No, it's your turn. There are 3 tendrils lashing about. One of them has settled on Rangrim. You can either fight the tendrils or you can try to continue to promote your new deity.
I will try and promote my new deity.
All right. Make me I assume, charisma persuasion?
Yes, and I will use my inspiration to negate the disadvantage.
Okay. Don't forget you have advantage because your awesome origin story.
Oh, well then I don't have to use inspiration then. So just be rolling straight, or do I? That's an 18.
Total?
Total.
All righty. It grows a little bit stronger. Aboleth Trundle number 2. I got 1, 2, 3 of you. Bope. It attacks you.
No,
dear.
not the Bope.
Does a 27 hit you?
It would, but I'll use a charge from my book as a reaction to teleport 10 feet away from it.
All righty.
Noise.
That is its turn. Bope's turn.
Okay. I will walk up to Bope Jr. and say, all right, you've got our backs. And he's going to use a scroll of globe of invulnerability on himself so that he and everyone within 10 feet are immune to spells of 5th level and lower.
Nice.
Which I don't know how useful that's going to be against an Aboleth god, but whatever.
So that's his action, and then for my action, I mean, is it even worth fighting these things? Are they legion? Are they like the imps? Have I learned my lesson? Is it pointless to fight innumerable things? Well, let's. I will proselytize. So you said I could do insight?
I did.
All right. Yeah.
And you have advantage because you guys did a kick-ass job designing.
Nice.
Preach it, Bo. Preach it.
Natural 20. Yes. Oh, it's for a total of 27.
27.
Here's the good word.
Alrighty.
Hope's very good at convincing people.
Divine casters. It grows strong enough that second level spells are now available to you.
Moving on up. Woo-hoo-hoo.
And that brings us to Stagander.
I'm also gonna proselytize because I feel like that's the way to go. Ooh, that is 18, so 25.
Woohoo! Doing math. It goes stronger still. And that brings down to tendril number 3.
We got
And this one is going to go after Delirus.
Yeah.
For a is a 26 armor class.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. It take 20 points of bludgeoning damage, and the tendril wraps around you. You are now restrained.
Oh no.
Delirus, it is now your turn.
I feel like it looks kind of stupid proselytize while wrapped in a giant tentacle.
I think you can explain it away. You can do it.
But I think I'm gonna attempt it anyway. You know, it fights us because we're winning, because we have found the way out. You just need to want your freedom. You need to believe it enough, and we can topple this thing.
Yeah.
It's my persuasion
Roll
check.
it. Nicely done.
Dang it, sister.
That's a 9.
With advantage, I think, right?
But
well,
that was
red.
just straight because I'm negating disadvantage.
Oh.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use an inspiration because this is important.
Yeah, let's do that.
13.
It grows stronger still. But the tendril decides it has enough of you, and it flings you up into the air. And then you come crashing back down, taking 21 points of bludgeoning damage as you land onto the hard rock.
Cool.
Can you feather fall?
Oh, I do have a reaction.
You
Oh, you
have a
used your-
reaction. You want a feather fall.
Yeah, actually, Pope Jr. will reaction. Feather fall.
Oh, Junior spends his reaction.
excellent. Get my 21
and you do
health
not
back.
take the damage from the fling.
Yes.
Yay.
Best first level heal ever.
Junior.
A tendril grabs Rangrim with a 27 armor class. Did I do it? Or is there a reaction coming?
Might as well. Let's go ahead and reaction to Runic Shield to make you reroll that.
All right. A 30 on the second one.
Oh well.
It grabs you for 20 points of bludgeoning damage, and you're now restrained. Rangrim, your turn.
Restrained. Right where I wanted you.
It's a big tendril. Cries the aboleth from up above. What's up, Rangrim? Making funny noises till you go.
While he's thinking,
wait, this might be working against me.
All right, so I will. Well, there's not much to do other than to keep hitting it. Actually, we will Giant's Might, growing large in its clutches.
Yeah.
So going from medium to large while restrained.
The tendrils stretch because they're aboleth elastic.
Elastic. And then I will hit it with my hammer.
Okay, hammer.
Drop the hammer.
Actually, no. I mean, I've already got disadvantage because I'm restrained. I'm going to throw it at the other one.
All right.
One that was going after Delirious. The third one.
Do it.
So that is a 22.
22 will hit.
4, 13 bludgeoning.
Boom!
Second attack, 23.
That will also hit.
9s and 10s on the day.
Ooh.
15 more.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, second die. Oh, there's a wasted 20. Another 22.
Another 22 damage.
22 to hit.
22 will miss. I thought you said 23 before.
No, that was 22 the first time.
All right, so just the first one hit then.
The second
Sorry, just the second one hit because you did say 23. So just 15 damage.
Yep.
Okay, my armor class is 23. Anything else, Rangram?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Legendary action goes off. Lightning rains down on everyone. Dexterity saving throw, DC 23.
Does it break through my globe of invulnerability?
Oh, damn it.
It does.
I was hoping it would avoid that. And I failed again by only 3. I rolled the best I've ever rolled on a saving throw.
It is 22 lightning damage, so even then it goes down to 11 for you, Delirious.
Thank you.
Even on a failure.
Ooh, ow.
All righty, that brings us to Quentin.
Yes. So the big aboleth there. First thing I will do, I will bonus action telekinetically pull Rangram out of its grasp, move it 5 feet closer. So you shouldn't be restrained anymore. And then I withdraw my drow crafted wand and try and target the tentacle part of the creature. It's the wand of viscid globs. And I will use inspiration to grant advantage on this. It's a +10 to hit. Oh wait, advantage. 13.
Oh,
missed.
sad vantage.
Yep.
Ooh.
Sad.
Sad vantage.
Its skin is too
Completely
tough.
miss.
Anything else?
No, that's all.
All right, the tendril goes. It decides it does not like Bope and goes after Bope Jr.
Oh,
For
no.
a 33.
Yep.
Take 20 points of bludgeoning damage, and Bope Jr. is grappled.
Oh, I mean, he's snow, so
He explodes into snow.
No.
Bope Senior, your turn.
All right. Not like he was adding much to the problem.
Okay. I will cast.
That's you.
Yeah, I will cast an old favorite and bring a Pepper's Paw, and use it to start punching the whatever the closest tentacle is.
That's the one attacking you and Bope Jr.
Yes, we will do that.
So there are currently 3 tendrils. One is attacking Rangram, one is attacking Bope, one is attacking Delirious.
All right. So that is plus 13. That is a 27 to hit.
Will hit.
Let's get some D4, D8s, I mean. Oh, nice. Okay, so that is 16 plus 4, 20 points of force damage.
Boom! Big chunk of it flies out. Nice. Anything else?
Nope.
All right, brings us to Stagander.
So I'm going to move away from the group a little bit. I think it's half of 35. It's still 15.
Yeah, 15.
Or whatever. Okay. Just move away from the group a little bit, spread ourselves out a smidge. But I'm going to continue to preach and get more people turned to our side.
Sweet.
Hopefully.
Take it, sister.
Yep. That's a 19, so 29.
Nice.
29. Woo! 2, 6. All righty. The being grows even stronger. Kraken tendril number 3 comes down with a oh boy, into the 30s to hit Delirious.
Yes.
20 armor class, 20 hit points of bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled.
Yay.
Grappled.
And
or
it is now
restrained?
your turn, Delirious.
Are we being grappled or are we being restrained?
Restrained.
Okay.
It is a grapple that restrains.
Oh, because you can break out of grapples.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
This is a, if you are hit, you take 20 bludgeoning damage and you are grappled. Escape DC 18. Until this grapple ends, you are restrained.
Okay.
That's not gonna happen. You said I now have access to 2nd level spells, right?
You are up to 2nd level, yes. You think you might be on the cusp of 3rd.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm actually gonna expend. I'm gonna use my staff of healing. No, I'm not. I'm gonna cast Healing Word on myself at 2nd level, which is 2d4 plus 6. Give myself 11 health back, and then I'm gonna keep proselytizing. There, persuasion 22.
Wow.
Nice.
It grows still stronger, and 3rd level spells are restored as the relief.
And I add in, clerics, you can feel it growing. You talk to your gods.
I think it's this god, right?
Yeah.
Talk to this god.
Well, sure.
It would be this god. All righty, Aboleth tendril number 1. Rangram is no longer restrained because of Quentin, correct?
Correct.
All righty. I rolled a 5. 22.
Miss.
Rangram, it is your turn.
Since I'm sure it's right next to me again, I will make it 1 hit. That is a 31.
Ooh, 31 hits.
For 14 damage. And I will move away from it and throw hammer more. I just made 2 attack rolls, 29 and 24.
Those will both hit.
Dice. 32 damage. And I will go ahead and bonus action activate Storm Rune as Rangram's eyes fill with lightning.
Okay. At the end of your round, legendary action. Lightning strikes down on everyone. Please make me a dexterity saving throw, 23.
Yep, I rolled a 2.
Oh, jeez.
Those dice.
Yeah, I'm not joking.
I thought my dice were bad.
25.
It is 22 if you fail, 11 if you make it.
I will reaction absorb element.
Okay.
Oh, I will do that too.
And on this round, because of Delirius's word, everyone is at +5 on their proselytizing as the people, the other people try to help you out.
Ooh.
The others. So add 5 to your rolls.
Awesome.
Nice.
We can't give advantage to advantage, right?
That is correct. That is why I'm giving you a flat bonus
Nice.
to avoid the rule.
Is everyone damaged at this point?
Yes.
Like how significantly?
Rangrim's
No.
bloody. Lightning hurts.
Heads up.
Got the equivalent of a bump on the head.
No, I did upgrade that.
All right. Quentin.
I will proselytize, and I can enhance it a little bit with some control flames, creating them in the sky.
Give him what
Freedom
for?
has a name, and its name is Velkyn. Velkyn! And I will roll my persuasion. That is a 32.
32. I need another piece of paper.
Freedom has a
keep going.
name, and its name is Hidden.
Redacted.
Okay. It grows stronger from proselytizing. Level 4 is within sight.
Yes.
But we have a tendril that's going to try to...
Bonus action, pull Delirious out. Come here.
Get
And I'm
over
going
here.
to wallop Bope for a 35.
I will use my second charge to teleport 10 feet out of its reach.
All righty. Whoop.
Duck, dodge.
And it's Bope's turn.
All right. I'll use my bonus action to punch and my action to proselytize. Okay, so that is, that's only a 19 to hit, so the punch doesn't hit. And let's get some.
For Bob Jr.
That is +5. That gets me up to 21.
Nice.
All righty. Grows stronger as it's Stagander's turn.
All right, I'm going to proselytize. Ooh, dice going everywhere. Ooh, gosh, that's 30.
30.
Nice.
And I don't know if this is gonna help. Oh no, never mind. I'm not gonna do that.
4th level spells are now available.
Yes.
And I get a tendril. It's still going back after Delirious. For a 32.
That hits, and I think it's gonna bring me down.
Oh no.
Oh.
20 points of damage. And
Yep.
you're grappled.
Yep.
All right. Delirious, your turn. Make me a death save.
Eight.
Strike 1.
Do I
That
add
was-
anything to that?
Just straight up die roll.
Nope. Okay.
25 to hit Rangram. Rangram's turn.
First attack. Misses, steps away. Second and third attacks. I missed all 3. Neat. Don't think there's anything else.
Oh, top of this round, you are now at
second.
+10 on your proselytizing checks.
I will bonus action to second wind. For
Quentin.
17.
Yes. I will continue to proselytize. Sorry, shard. +10, you said?
+10.
34.
All righty.
And I move up to where Dolores is and bonus action feed her a greater potion of healing?
Nah, well done. Potion goes down. Bope. Tendril comes after you.
Oh.
I rolled a 2. 19.
What's the healing on the potion?
44 plus 4.
Thank you.
Does a 19 miss you, Bope?
Did I don't have my reaction back, do I?
You did, because you went after I tried to hit you and you teleported 10 feet away.
Okay.
I don't think you took another reaction after that.
Then I'll reaction shield.
Pshing!
Yeah. Whew, that was close.
All right, Bope's turn.
Oh. Okay. Let's see. I think I have to proselytize. Let's get to work. All right. So that is, you said plus 10? 27.
27. Okay, 8. All right. Stagander.
Oh, bonus action punch. Sorry. That is 26 to hit. So let's get some. I mean, don't know what it's doing. But... Okay, that is 12, 15, 20 points again. Force damage.
20. Okay, up to 40 damage on that one. And Stagander.
I am going to run up to Delirious and like pull her back and say, you need to stay alive. And I'm actually going to take shots. I'm going to take shots at the tentacle that was trying to grapple her to try and draw its attention to me.
Okay,
Nice.
take them shots.
All right. Oh gosh. All right, that is a 24 to hit.
Hits.
Okay, cool. That is gonna be 4, 5, 6. 17, 26 points of piercing damage.
All right.
Second hit is going to be a 27 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, stupid one. That'll be 20 points of piercing damage.
All righty. Anything else?
No.
You
That
definitely
is-
have its attention as the
Yep.
tendril leaves off of Delirious and comes after you. 25 armor class.
That will hit.
Take 20 points of damage, and you were restrained.
Alright.
Grappled and restrained. Delirious, it is your turn.
Okay. So we're up to 4th level.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're at 4th level.
I'm gonna pop a 4th level healing word on myself. And continue to proselytize. 15. What?
Keep at it, Delirious. We need you.
Persuasion. There it
Protect
is.
her.
Plus 10,
Protect her.
35.
35?
Yes.
Woo! Wow.
Nice.
Bring in those numbers.
It's
5th level
scared.
spells are now
It's
restored.
its fear. Your power grows. That's it.
All right,
got it
Aboleth
then.
Tendril number 1, top of the round. It attacks Rangram again, 24 armor class. Rangram's turn.
Hit it. Yep, 31
Mm-hmm.
for 16 damage, and then I will move away and next to Delirious to try to cover her with my shield and keep throwing my hammer at the that one. And I miss twice.
All right. End of your turn. Everyone make me a dexterity saving throw as it uses legendary actions.
Thank God I have this ring. I rolled a 20. I hit a 23.
Hey!
Woo!
First time I've ever made a deck save, and it's in the last episode of the show.
The bonus is now plus 15 on proselytizing. It is 22 points of lightning, 11 if you make it.
And then 5 is my resistance.
And 5 if you make it and you are resistant. Quentin.
Nice.
I shout loudly, freedom began as an ember. Their oppression fanned the flames, and your belief is turning it into an inferno. We will be free. And rolling persuasion. That is 41.
Alrighty. Oh, it's growing quicker now with all those bonuses you're getting from all the everyone pouring their devotion into it. Tendril number 2 is going to swing at Bope for a 32.
Mm-hmm.
20 points of bludgeoning damage, and you're grappled and restrained.
I think. Do I have my reaction? I think I went.
You have your reaction. Oh no,
Okay.
you don't. Wait, no. Yeah, you do.
Okay, I can't remember. So let's just say I don't, and that's fine. How much damage do I take?
How would you take? I was
going to use my
reaction on.
my third charge.
You did not charge last time. You shielded.
I shielded, which was still my reaction though.
But you then go after I do, and that resets your reaction.
Okay.
So
All right.
I think because I only have one tendril that's attacking you.
Okay, so third, yeah, that makes sense. All right, I'll use my third and final charge in the book to just whack-a-mole appear.
All right.
10 feet away.
On Bope Jr.'s turn.
Oh no, he's dead.
I know. Someone else acts.
Oh.
An old crotchety gnome walks over, looks right at one of the tendrils and says, "Die!" and points right at the tendril. Does 100 points of damage to it, and the tendril promptly dies.
He was out of spell slots.
Was that finger? Was
I
that
might
finger
have
of death?
lied.
He was holding
Never.
a finger of death the whole time.
Oh man.
Oh, nope, that was power word kill.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks like you figured a way out of this. Don't expect me to do that again.
No thanks to you.
It's not too late to say your prayers.
Stigander.
That's me.
Yes, you are free, and the one fighting you is dead. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna proselytize.
Alrighty.
That's a nat 20.
Yeah.
So that is, you said plus 15?
Plus 15.
42.
Yeah, the nature of life, the universe, and
Nice.
everything. We should get bonus for that.
Oh, sweet. Almost to the next milestone. But it's tendril number 3, which is dead. Delirious.
Let me stick my tongue out at it.
Okay, this is a good time for it then. I take up the staff of healing and thump it on the ground and do a mass cure wounds. That's gonna hit everybody. 3d8 plus 6.
Nice.
Nice. Ooh.
Rolled abysmally, of fucking course. 14. Everyone takes 14 health.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
14 more than I had 5 seconds ago.
All right, top of the round. The bonus
3,
from the
4,
people
1.
is up to plus 20. Rangrim, a tendril attacks you for 17 plus 14, 27, 31.
I will use shield, make it reroll.
32.
Okay.
Take 20 points of bludgeoning damage, and you're restrained as a tendril wraps around you. Rangrim, it is now your turn. And I dropped my die. I'll hunt that down later.
I'll try to break free. Strength, I assume. Strength.
Sure.
Or whatever.
DC is 18.
That's going to be a. It's not strength. It's athletics, right? So 21.
You are out as you rip through it.
Man.
But that was your action.
Yep. That's all I'm gonna do.
All right. At the end of your turn, I have to spend all of my legendary actions to regrow my tendril. There are now 3 tendrils again.
No.
Oh.
But there's no lightning strikes.
Hey.
Quentin.
Small favors.
Are we still at a plus 15?
Plus
I think
20.
it's plus 20.
Plus 20. Those are very favorable conditions, and I will sing the praises of this new god.
Freedom.
36.
Yes.
26.
36.
36. That sounds more like it. 6 level spells are now accessible. Tendril number 2 is going to slash at Boat, 27 armor class.
Yes, it does.
20 points of bludgeoning unless you shield or something.
Nope. Oh, yep, 20 points.
And you are restrained.
Oh.
Next person, the Boat.
Okay.
Restrained Boat.
I am going to bonus action Misty Step out of the grapple.
As it crushes you. Oh man, you should see what happens if I get a crush.
Oh gosh.
I don't want to.
I have not gotten a crush yet. You guys have been pulling out of crush mode.
We're slippery.
I got a crush on you.
And I will use my action to proselytize. So plus 7,
Plus 20.
41.
Wow.
High boats. We've got high boats.
The only thing that's going through my brain right now is the Braveheart speech. It's just looping in my brain.
I will never take your freedom.
Just realizing too, fire opposes water, which is them. It works perfectly.
Yes, very much so. Good point.
Works in Pokemon.
It does. I follow Pokemon logic every time I can.
Fire's weak to water in Pokemon. Yeah, it's
I
ice.
can't remember.
Fire's
Okay,
strong
it's
to
been a
ice.
second. All
I
right.
gotta rely on Diane to give me and my daughter to tell me all the Pokemon moves. How much damage does a disintegrate do, Tom?
It is shoot.
Something
Wait,
plus
it-
40.
it's like
10d6 plus 40.
Thank you.
10d6.
All right, so that's 7 times 5, 35 plus 40 is 75 points of damage. The tendril holding you, Rangram, is disintegrated.
Not being helpful.
You're welcome.
Pulling out all the stops when it's beneficial to him.
Dust in the air.
I'm okay with it though. Like
And
right now,
Heather,
specifically,
your
I'm
turn.
okay with it.
Huh? Me?
Your turn.
I'm gonna speak to the people. I'm gonna give them that Braveheart speech with that 19. So that is a 46.
46. Jesus. All righty. 7th level spells are returned. Aboleth Tendril number 3 comes down and whacks the gander. Ugh, for a 5 plus 17, 22.
Ah, that's still gonna get me.
Oh, good. 20 points of bludgeoning damage. And it sets you up for the crush.
Oh dear.
Delirious, your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna proselytize. Actually, first I'm gonna do a level 5 healing word, mass healing word. Sorry. Which makes that.
Speak to the people.
Sing it, sister.
16 health for everybody.
Woo!
All right, and now I'm gonna proselytize. Ugh, I rolled a 3. We're at plus 20.
Yep.
Yes.
29.
All right, top of the round. The bonus increases to plus 20 to plus 25 because you increase your every round that you increase the power of the miracle, it's increasing the bonus that people are giving you by +5. But if nobody increases it that round, there is no increase from the people. But you've been doing it every round.
Streak.
Aboleth, tendril number 1. I'm dead. Randrum.
I will
Sing to the people.
Sing to the people.
Do you hear?
There is a
the
boat
people
tendril if you
sing?
want to go help a boat.
Or Stigander. I don't know.
No, I will make a call out to the people to not just listen to the words and believe, but also take heart and take action.
Break your chains.
That's a
That's a number.
37.
37. Awesome. All right. It grows strong, but at the end of your turn, a tendril regrows and comes back down from the aboleth, but I cannot lightning blast the party. Quentin.
Stigander, come here. Or Javane, come here. Pull you 5 feet closer out of the restraint.
Get over here.
Out she goes.
Listen to me, people. We're going to burn this demi-plane to the ground.
I'm gonna paint it red.
Is it plus 25?
Plus 25.
47?
Whoa.
All right, that is math 8. 8th level spells are now restored.
Which I don't think any of us can use,
Mope,
but
are you restrained?
No.
I attack you then. 26 armor class.
Yes.
20 points of bludgeoning, and you are now restrained.
Yes.
Yes. And it's now your turn, Bo. Oh, goody.
Like the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland, anybody?
That is my dream job, is to be Mad Hatter at Magic Kingdom. I can certainly do it. And when you get to the end, stop.
I'm going to, being crushed, I'm just gonna, blood sort of streaking down my head. Ain't no aboleth high, ain't no chasm low, ain't no chain strong enough to hold us. Ooh, natural 19, which gets me up to 26 plus 25 is 51.
Go both with a song.
I guess I probably need to miss a step out of this because this is getting messy.
I do declare I must miss a step out of this restraint.
Yeah. Giving you guys a sneak peek at my next character.
Oh my.
Yeah, we'll use a 3rd level spell slot to Misty Step because we're getting low on these.
Oh my god.
That's my turn.
Alrighty. Nope. Looks at the one that you Missy stepped out of, points his finger, and disintegrates it.
Yeah.
But
You
it's
could've
had
done
too many
that.
hit points, so it's not dust in the wind.
Oh, okay.
But it took a chunk out of it. Missed. Stigander.
I'm gonna sing those. I can't sing, unfortunately. I don't have the charisma for it.
You can do it. Sing,
Stigander doesn't have the.
Sing a
I'm still
song.
given.
sing of love.
The Stigander's just given like speech.
Sing of sake they go.
I can't. How do we do math? We do math by adding things.
Numbers go up.
I know.
Ideally.
Normally,
Points
yes.
go down.
600.
We're at 25, right?
We're at plus 25.
25. All right. So that's 49, I think. Yeah, 49.
1 million.
Oh man,
$1
that is so good.
million.
That puts us over 9th level, 900, which means 9th level spells are now available. Delirious, would you like to cast Miracle? Which is
Yes.
a version of Wish. You asked
So
earlier if it's
Delirious,
available.
opens the book, and it's glowing, of course. There's the whisperings of the universe and shit, and she just kind of holds it up, and then it like floats up out of her hands as it goes up into the sky, and it shines brighter and brighter and brighter until it explodes in a burst of light. And then this sort of shapeless but vaguely, two arms, two legs entity is floating there. And that is freedom. Made of light, of course. Sorry.
And the cage breaks. A shaft of light lances upwards from freedom that you have created, piercing the silhouette, burning it away, and revealing that it was just a normal size aboleth on the ceiling with the projection of the shadow down upon the clouds to make an enormous aboleth. And it screams in terror, and its death throes just fill the entire realm as the sky starts to crack. And it was almost like all the clouds and everything were just projections onto walls as you see the cracks start to form. And around you, all of the souls that have been trapped within the Godshields turn to wisps and start being drawn upwards through the cracks in the ceiling. And then a second later, the whole thing explodes, radiating outward, opening up the Godshield to the waters of the sunless sea that are all rushing in. Freedom, Velkyn, looks down upon you, spins itself, and all of you are enveloped in the shroud of freedom and find yourself somewhere else.
We hear eagles.
When the light clears, you find yourself on a hill overlooking the city of Brindle. The Elser Vale is spread out around you. Velkyn thanks you for your dedication and sacrifice. Alm is safe now, thanks to you. Its people free from the terror of the Aboleth. The Godshield is down. Great Shabbath is destroyed. Fear not for your allies, for they are safely home. As I brought you here, they have been returned to their homes, to their swamps, to their caverns, to their holds. All of Alm owes you a debt of gratitude, as do I. And the new demigod bows low to you. I will remember you. Go forth and know that the gods walk with you. And then the spirit races up into the heavens, or is lost in the blue, blue sky overhead.
I'm gonna call out after, but nope. Where did you put him? Where is he?
It's all right, Bope.
Bope.
We'll find him.
Bope has gone to Judgment McKellamville.
Oh.
Like all the sacrifices, they have moved on from this world.
Oh. Big Andrew's gonna squeeze Bope's shoulder.
But his soul will be judged on its own merit, and thanks to you, not bought and sold by the devils of Beator.
Just gonna put my head into Stygander's side.
Does anyone else wish to ask something to Velkyn before it leaves? Possibly they leave. With that, it nods, and as before, stretches up and streaks like a rocket, like a comet, going up into the sky, the wide blue sky that is above you, no longer contained in the Underdark, with the ceiling and the heavy stone overhead. And below, you can hear the sounds of cheering from the town. Brindle and a triumphant homecoming await.
Slinging that hammer back on the hip. Rangram walks up, puts a hand on Bob's shoulder, gives him a nod, then starts walking slowly back towards Brindle.
I don't know about you guys, but I need a drink.
How do we know that the Aboleth didn't win and we're not all sitting in a slime-encrusted pool right now?
I guess we'll never know.
That's a pretty good way to go out, I guess.
I mean, that feels like
there
home.
is a festival waiting for you in Brindle as you have put to rest the Abolithic threat to Da'am and stopped all the kidnappings and the creation of the Godshield. In addition, you have, in so doing, birthed a new demigod who will make their presence known in the realms as the years go forward. Did you have a final name for your demigod?
I believe we've reached consensus.
I think so, yeah.
Which is?
Aretha?
Who's going to say it?
Aretha.
Aretha.
It's Aretha.
Aretha.
I was trying to stick with the theme.
Notice that arguing about the pronunciation of a god's name is a Forgotten Realms tradition.
Rangram, you better think about how you're trying to say that name.
Maybe I should respect it?
Exactly.
Definitely.
Respect.
A prolonged party awaits for all of you, and you get that drink that Delira so desperately needs, as Deech and Tobias have rejoined you back on the surface in their beloved swamps. Blanche is here, of course. There is a party. Where else would she be? And Deech's so happy to be here. Oh my heavens, that was not a place he wants to go back. No, sirree.
Blanche, I've missed you.
Mm-hmm. And there is a newly retrofitted skyship awaiting for you if you so desire. But at this point in time, since you have known your characters so well for so long, I would love to know what future holds for each of you. Do you go in retirement? Is this just the start of more adventures? Where do you go from here after you have successfully completed the Velkyn Weave? Bo, would you mind if I started with you?
Sure. I would pull Delirious aside and say, I've seen you do a lot of good. And you've changed a lot of lives with diamonds. I was wondering if the diamonds were big enough. Could you bring someone back who's been dead a while?
How long is a while?
Oh, about a decade.
Yes, I can do that.
Nope. He caused a lot of pain for me. He made some deal with these devils, and he birthed a portal that let them roam rampant in my village, slaughtering most of us. But I survived. My wife didn't. But I never got to say goodbye to her, but I think after being married for almost 300 years, there's some things that you don't have to say. And I think she's okay. She's in a better place now. But my only surviving child, Yop, he lost his wife and his children too, and I'm dead to him. He blames me for Nope's actions, and I blame myself a little too. And I take out those 3 diamonds. I say, this might be enough to bring his wife and his 2 children back, which might be just the redemption that I've been searching for since higher powers than I are judging Nope right now. He's beyond my grasp, but perhaps I can finally make right with your help and Timora's help. The pain that is fractured my family. Would you do that for me?
My friend, it would be an honor and a privilege.
Thanks. And I would, in my sunset, I would give her directions to my village of Turn Peppers, deep in the high forest. I wouldn't go myself, as I was forbidden to return, but I would send a letter with her to my son, explaining, what had transpired and what justice I was able to seek in finding his uncle and banishing the devil that was really at the root of everything, and just asking for his forgiveness.
Oh my. Okay.
How do you follow that?
We'll find out, because I was going to call on Delirious because I'm doing alphabetical.
Well.
Yes. Oh, favorite of the gods. Chosen of Timora.
So the first thing that Delirious is going to do is move her orphanage. Well, it's gonna stay in Waterdeep, but then she's going to buy a plot of land some distance away, maybe like a day away, and basically start like her own, I don't know, orphan commune, whatever you want to call it, but like a place where they're not beholden to people, where they can, learn trades or whatever in peace, and where, the authorities don't interfere, essentially.
Oh, you're creating Boys Town. But with girls.
Well,
but that was real place out in Omaha.
Oh, okay. But it will also, she'll also accept, people who, have nowhere else to go, the dregs of society, so to speak. But there will be 3 shrines in this little town. Timora, Bishaba, and Velkyn, or sorry, Aretha. And all 3 will be worshipped. And if anyone wants to join the clergy of either of these 3, Delirious will do her best to guide them. In addition to this work, I will also be spending time trying to reconcile Timora and Bishaba together as one deity, because that is what they originally were. Oh, and lizardmen are always welcome because of Deed and Tobias.
Okay.
As long as they don't eat anybody, mind. There are rules. Just a few.
Do they only have to eat people? They just don't have to eat people there. They can eat people elsewhere?
If they're discreet and yeah, sure. Nobody in the commune, and if they eat somebody else, they have to be discreet about it. And I retain the right to, carry out the justice of the land for that sort of thing if I find out about it.
Well,
Oh my God.
as it is said, so it is done. The orphanage in the country is so built.
Oh, and if orphans grow up and want to leave, I do give them some of the treasure because I have fuck tons of it, so
You do it.
they can have something to start their lives.
All right. And the next one I have is Quentin.
Yes. So Quentin is going to use his choice of freedom and rejoin the Obsidian Lotus to basically stand by the side of his patron Veyron in an attempt to temper his ambitions and try to convince him that he's actually won. Brindle and the lands around, the Starsong elves, their spiritual descendants, they have land and title. And as the Aboleths have proven, straight up subjugation, probably not the way to go. It'll spark that freedom and burn you at the end. So I will instead direct his ambition towards the Shadow Thieves Guild in and we will crush them, wipe them out, and replace them, becoming the de facto Thieves Guild, operating in and taking a percentage of everything. Although we won't shake down anyone in the Velkyn League.
Oh, much obliged.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome.
Oh man, that's the Shadow Thieves of Mask versus the Veronian Obsidian Lotus. Oh wow, that's going to be epic.
War of Shadows.
Bloody, you say. Bloody.
War of Shadows.
Well, with your wealth, if Quentin wishes to join the Council of Five, his reputation as hero in the destruction of the Aboleth and his massive wealth will certainly do the trick. Does he accept?
Yes, I would accept that position, yes.
All right. Rendrum.
Yes. So,
Zuntai.
Dwarves are mighty long. Well, they're not as long as some, but long enough that there's still much to do, much to see. He is only partway complete in his task of putting together an ancient mall of history and knowledge. There's still so much more that he needs to explore with the lost dwarven kingdoms. We'll reach out to the Vault of Explorers, the League of Superlative Dwarves, and create even more of a strong connection with them as he seeks out the lost histories of the dwarves in his quests to bring back those artifacts to the remaining dwarf kingdoms. He promises Mahira, along with the stuff that has already been given, a bountiful harvest if she wants to continue. If not, he can find another, as well as the kobolds, the 8 kobolds on board the ship that he will use to travel across the lands, bringing not just knowledge but also freedom to those that need it. But first, he's going home. He's grabbing the family, and they're going to the beach for a couple months.
Family. Wife.
I have a.
She lives in Canada.
Mahira can vouch for her.
Oh yeah, all the dwarves will. Oh yeah, she's real. But Rangrim, you are able to find that the last pieces that you need to build your mall in the city of the glass pools, or as gifts given to you by the Surf Neblin. And so you, with time, you have all the components. You can spend part of your sunset forging the mall that you wanted to forge.
A mall of
have that as your lasting legacy among all the dwarves. And last one we have is Stagander.
Hello. Hello, Stagander. Stagander would likely stick around with Bope for as long as he will stand her. She feels a bit of a kinship. She sticks around for a while before going to Witchcross, to her little found cottage. And essentially takes she's accumulated all of this wealth, but doesn't necessarily flaunt it, I guess. She uses most of her money to pay for upkeep of this eventual I would like to think that it would become some kind of inn or a wayward point or something, where she can train other rangers who want to live the way that she lives. It's slightly humble, but she tends toward a quiet life where she can upkeep the Illustri shrine that's in the Witchcross Forest, as well as the temple that they ended up finding with all of what seems to be her family there, encased in those strange vases. Also living out her life, learning what she can from the Starsong elves and from Vrot. Taking her given name as Javain. She ends up going as Javain Stegander Starsong from here until the rest of her days.
Vrot will be encouraging you to go back into the Underdark on a regular basis to help guide other drow who have escaped from the clutches of the Lothites, the south, and help guide them to the surface.
Very much something that she enjoys, continuing her gloom stalking. And that's actually part of anybody who wants to be trained, is like she'll take people down into the gloom of the Underdark and teach them kind of her ways of sneaking about the Underdark. So
okay, as is said, so let it be done. And then here, as we are wrapping it up, our show up, I want to give you all an opportunity to, if you had anything you wanted to say to any of the other characters, any things you wanted to do to wrap up, and your relationships between them, please feel free to do so now.
I make the rounds with everyone, and I've commissioned like a custom sending stone, like a little notebook where we can write messages once a day, and it'll go to everyone, so we can stay in contact over the coming years. Thank you, cool. And I'm always here if you need me.
I think in the close, days to weeks after the whole event, Stegander's kind of helping Bope, around his tower, getting things in order. She just notices that he's starting to slow down, kind of, someone who's kind of lost that purpose, that drive, and as she's getting ready to go, he gives her some spell scrolls. Here, I scribed these for you just to help protect you and keep you safe on your journeys.
Thank you, Bob.
Yes, I think they're, not too arcane. They can give you a hand. You're a quick study. You can do it.
And, I try.
Just kind of look down. Yeah.
You're always welcome to stay at the inn with me, right? Got plenty of room. I'm building barracks.
Oh.
You want somebody to keep you company? There's always people in my house.
Oh, I mean, there's Bope the Third, and I point over my shoulder to Simulacrum in the corner, who's just like, hey.
There's a small greenhouse. I've got some other gnomes who are helping me tend it.
Do you have any carrots yet?
Yes, actually.
Oh, I bet I could show you a thing or two about a strain we developed in Turin peppers. Oh, it's delicious. The perfect crunch you've never seen. Oh.
I would really love that, Bob. I'm just over at Witchcross. I could be here in 10 minutes whenever you need me.
You're extraordinary. And I take her hand, she's reaching up, and say, I know I said it before, but I think Penny would have liked you. When I found my brother, he'd caused me so much pain that all I wanted was to cause him pain. And I think meeting you changed that, reminded me of what's important. And I'm glad I let him go. Thank you.
Me too. I'm gonna give both a big hug.
Oh, thank you.
I know your back's been bothering you for a week, so I just figured, know.
You're right. Rather spry now. Yeah.
But yeah, Stegander, Bope's got an ongoing, he can stay here whenever he wants with Stegander, because she sticks around, and her people and culture here, so that's what she does. Yeah. So I'm not crying, you're crying.
Thank you very much, both of you, for that. Anything further from anyone?
Final complication. Everything's going swimmingly for Quentin. He's got a blood war with the thieves. His child and wife are happy and healthy. But then the complication arises when his first wife and now grown child arrive at the hall. And that throws a complication, a wrench into the whole works.
Oh boy.
I'll leave it there.
Oh my god. Yep. That just proves that you deserve to be on the Council of Five when your soap opera first wife shows up.
Got a lot of gold to do.
I look forward to hearing many stories that you make up about Quentin the future and how he handles all this. It has been a pleasure being your DM for the past season. I follow in the footsteps of two marvelous DMs, Daisy and what's the name of the first fellow?
Corey, was it?
Oh, before
Before
Corey
Daisy.
Corey played with us.
Cecil, thank you. Oh, they gave me huge shoes to fill. I hope I did all right by them.
You did.
But,
You did.
Thank you.
We got here to the
Wonderful.
end, got all the way through an epic, one of the classics written by Carl Sargent, and it's been a joy. And I guess, do we have any announcements we need to do on our outro?
Couple announcements. So we've got no miss tonight, so that's why we ran a little bit later for our little goodbyes. As far as so Dirty Deeds are back on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. EST. The Fallen Star Company has an audience with the leader of a powerful dragon marked house while they are trying to figure out why Echo's father currently sits at the bottom of Lake Seer.
And don't forget to subscribe to the Games Tavern YouTube channel. Subscribing is free and you don't miss any of the action. You get access to all of the shows and content, including this one when it goes up. And then when you feel nostalgic for the beginning of our saga, you can go back and watch all of that. Your likes and positive comments on the videos do give us a boost and help future Tavern regulars find out about our shows.
And humongous thank you to Shard Tabletop for sponsoring the show. Go to the link in chat to check it out yourself and use the code TGTShard20 to get 20% discount on subscriptions.
And I think we have one more giveaway to give out. So winner of Overhead Games, right?
Yes.
Character generator. Is it Natasha?
I think that's how we said it.
Congratulations.
Yes, congrats.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Hopefully, yeah, he's still here. Tech Goblins will reach out, and it's an awesome prize. You can go visit overheadgames.com, check it out. It's easy to make PCs and villains.
And lastly, I would like to thank you, the viewers, for tuning in to our shows, watching us for the past 3 seasons and the 30 episodes for this season. Thank you for taking this journey with us. And here at the end, I hope you had a wonderful time. And I want to thank you for being part of this journey with us. And for now,
Well, hang on.
what?
You've been thanking us. You've been thanking. We need to thank you.
Oh,
We haven't-
Yes.
Oh yeah.
and each other. I think like some of us have been here since the beginning, and it's been a heck of a ride. It's been a wonderful journey, ups, downs, deaths, life, surprises, twists, turns, the whole gambit of everything that's possible in D&D. And it's what shows why this is a great game to play, why it's a great game to enjoy with others, to share that moment, to share these times together. And again, Eric, you've done a wonderful job. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Really appreciate it.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Eric.
I mean, you guys have been together now for 15 levels, three seasons, which lasted what, more than 3 years, right?
2 years.
Time is meaningless.
Yes.
Time is meaningless.
Most campaigns last 2 months.
Really?
You guys did something extraordinary here. Oh yeah, they got Wizards has surveys and campaigns flare out real fast.
My time with the Velkyn is the first time in Dungeons and Dragons. In other games, but in Dungeons and Dragons, this is the first time with the Velkyn I've ever gotten above level 6.
Wow.
Bope is my first character and definitely my longest.
Wow.
It was amazing.
It was an honor playing with you guys. Thank you for letting me go just have chaos with you guys. It was really awesome.
Is anyone doing anything on TGT in the future?
Fortunately, I will be heading to the other side of the world, so it'll be a little more difficult for me. But hopefully I'll see you all around, and definitely would want to try get the gang together at some point.
Yeah.
We have some irons in the fire. Nothing I can talk about yet, though.
Ominous.
All right. Then.
Well, no, it's not ominous at all. I'm not running, so whoa. Oh no, it's kind of flaky. But we'll have to see where that goes. But I do have an itch for the roaring 20s.
Oh boy.
Nice.
Oh, you
Snap.
do you?
Of course, I've been practicing my Mid-Atlantic accent for a reason, my friend.
Roaring 20s. It sounds like it's gonna be a horrific time.
Might be even an eldritch ones with non-Euclidean geometry. It's just math.
Telegram for you, Sarah.
He's already halfway there. You're only allowed to start the game with as much sanity as you have in real life.
He's a method actor.
Oh, that would be that's unfair. Now the craziness, tomorrow, bright and early, I leave for the Winter Fantasy, which is the Adventurers League convention that they have, and we're driving through a snowstorm.
Good luck.
My sanity at the decision to do this because it's in balmy Fort Wayne, Indiana, which is supposed to get 16 inches of snow.
Yeah, they are.
Safe
Good luck.
I really doubt whether or not this is a wise decision. Highly doubt it.
Better than
it's not, but you're gonna have fun anyway.
But it's a decision.
No, we just get there in one piece and safe. But we're wrapping up the Moonshays there, which is the big campaign I've been doing for Adventures League for Baldman Games. And we've done 20 trilogies, so 60 adventures, and it finally comes to a conclusion at Winter Fantasy.
Wow.
And then I can sleep.
I think so.
All righty, my friends. I believe that is all from the Velkyn Weave. I want to thank everyone for joining in, and wherever you go, may adventure find you. Have a great night, everyone.
Can we wave now?
Jazz hands.